Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I'm your host of the most out of what? Yeah. Mike. Mike.
What's wrong with you?
This is another week of standing. I have not sat down since I started this. I'm feeling the energy. It's coursing through my body. Bang, bang. I'm like fucking, you know who I realize I'm built like?
McFoley?
Prime McFoley. Prime McFoley, Mike.
Prime McFoley?
Prime 1993 Cactus Jack. That's who I'm built like.
No, don't.
Big fat ass, big fat legs, big gut. But you know what? I've been lifting and I can still move and groove with the jiu-jitsu, so I'm Prime McFoley, dude. Bring on Mr. No, not Mr. Perfect, Mr. Wonderful. Bring on Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Perfect. That classic Cactus Jack.
1993, Mr. Wonderful.
You might be able to take on Mr. Sacco.
He could take me on.
Hey, I believe if somebody was severely atrophied, you would have a chance to beat them in a fight.
There's a few jokes. I'll just leave those jokes all alone. Mike Chiari, Brandon Galvin, you're joining me here today for Ring Rust Radio. Thank you for doing so. I'm very excited about the run. We're 1 month to WrestleMania.
We're going to see each other in 1 month from today.
Okay, don't bring me down, Bruce. I'm more thinking about like the show, you know what I mean? The weekend, you know what I mean? The whole deal.
ECW.
RECW show is shaping up to be old. It is like record-breaking old, dude. Holy shit.
It's what you want it to be, though.
Yeah. Holy moly.
I'm excited for that.
I know you are. And you're just, I mean, you guys are excited because you get to see like it in the ECW arena and all that kind of stuff. I'm not
going for work rate, brother.
Listen, but you got to understand, Mike, I've been watching Extreme Rising for a long time. You know what I mean? I've seen it a million times in a million different federations and shit like that.
There to eat my pizza.
To eat my pizza?
RVD better fucking be there.
I don't know. He might be busy that night.
Doing what?
Hall of Fame stuff.
No, he's not.
He's too busy with AEW.
Listen, if Paul Heyman says show up, he's showing up, brother. Okay, BJ, we have a schedule for today.
Yeah, we're going to review WWE and AEW. We might have a Ring Rust Retro. We do have Dirt Sheet Busters. That's where Mike Carr brings us all the lies and rumors going around pro wrestling.
I'll skip it.
Good.
You're a little bitch. We do have a WWE Fantasy Standings update, fan emails, so much more.
Mike, it's not that I want to skip it, Mike. It's that I need to skip it. You know what I mean?
You legit said how much you missed it when you were gone for all
Yeah, and it's like an X. Then you get back together and you're like, oh, you're a bitch.
You're over
I remember now. I remember why I left in the first place.
Sure.
But you can imagine, Mike. You can imagine.
Right. Find us anywhere you get your podcasts. Interact with us on Twitter at @RingRustRadio. If you want to email us, be part of the show, send to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Buy our merchandise, ProWrestlingTees.com/RingRustRadio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Cut Your Dick!
Yeah.
1 month from today, as BG mentioned, we'll be in Philly for WrestleMania. Do you want to be cool? Do you want to be recognized by us as cool people? Then buy Ring Rust Radio merchandise at ProWrestlingTees.com/RingRustRadio and wear it on your body in Philadelphia.
For the real, that's
awesome, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that it's awesome, but I'm not sure how much I'll believe it genuinely. Also, BJ, have you decided where you're going to sleep yet? Because there's one couch, and I think Mike's going to get the couch since you've been so ignorant to me. So my question to you, BJ, is where are you going to sleep?
I've only been slightly ignorant.
Yeah, on an ignorance scale, Mike is less severe than you, for sure.
Does Mike play games with you?
Yo, you don't play games with me, dude. What are you even talking about, dude? I'm organizing games left and right. I got fucking people. I got friends. You know what I realized? I got friends all over the webs, brother. And I realized one thing. You're in the dust. You're in the dust.
He's playing games with you, brother. He's playing games with your heart.
Yeah, yes.
Video evidence.
Yo, that's couch-worthy, Mike. That's couch-worthy right there, brother. All right, let's talk wrestling.
Hey!
What?
Sports at patreon.com/ringrosradio. You can hear ad-free episodes, sign for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views and so much more.
It's not about your yelling, man. I like it, kid. Let's move on.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the mark. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring Rust.
I guess WWE and AEW time. Yeah. Before we get into the top news of the week, we had two deaths. BJ somehow caught the deaths. Did I not say it?
Who says it like
Deaths? Deaths? Two deaths.
that?
Deaths.
Death.
I get all my letters, and you know this, February. February just passed, and all these deaths. Way to make it like a funny topic here, guy. Really fucked up. BJ, I'm glad you caught this one. It was only everywhere. Virgil passed, and so did Paul the Butcher Vachon. Vachon. Why can't I just say these things my way and you just let me have them?
You're saying them wrong.
I mean, that's one person's opinion. I think language is
reality.
No, it's fucking completely subjective. Virgil passed. It's very sad. He was a meme. He was a walking meme at this point in our lives. Whether it was his table with nobody in the line, sadly, or Meat Sauce Man, or like Olive Garden shit. Like, he was a fun meme that we all saw. And did you see Ted DiBiase donate $5? Is that true? Could you verify that? Did you see that?
No.
So, Chris Jericho donated like $5,000, and Ted DiBiase donated $5 or something.
Well, he's got to cover the legal fees of his son.
Yeah, dude, his son sold from Mississippi. He's in trouble, dude. I think he might have too, but we're not sure, dude.
Did you see
His son,
that?
I mean.
So all the reports were like when Virgil was like 61 or something like that when he died.
Yeah.
And like his team, that represented him, like confirmed after he was actually 10 years older than he always said he was.
Oh, really?
So he's actually like 70.
Wow. It's almost like fucking wrestlers are just like habitual liars. That's what they were. That's what they did. And Butcher was shown. How old was he when he passed? Had to be really old, right?
86.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long life to have lived. Always think of people talking about him and the time on the plane where he opened the Cessna door wing and hung out drunk while they were flying. So, but yeah, I mean, very sad. Mike, your top Virgil moment?
I'll start with Butcher Vachon, because I'll be honest with you, like, I don't know if I've ever seen a Butcher Vachon match. I more so remember Mad Dog Vachon, because I remember them doing the angle with him in WWF where, like, they took his fake leg from him.
Mm-hmm.
But Butcher Vachon was the father of Luna. So that's kind of like what most current wrestling fans would probably know him as. I was reading his wiki, and he had colon cancer in 1993 and throat cancer in 2003.
Wow.
And he fucking made it to 2024.
Couldn't beat him. He went through COVID. He said, fuck you.
Holy shit.
He went, fuck you, in some thick-ass European accent, I assume.
But, RIP to the Butcher. And Virgil was certainly, I have a lot of memories of him from watching, like, the early 90s WWF and late 80s WWF tapes. But, like, when I was really into wrestling, him as Vincent in the NWO, just basically, like, their fucking lackey. But, I mean, Virgil's cool, man. Like, that not too many people had as much success as he did in, like, that bodyguard type of role in wrestling history. And he was in that role for a long time, and he took his fucking lumps for Ted, and then Ted came on our show and said he like wasn't the fucking brightest one of the bunch.
I think Ted kind of hates him. I fucking think Ted kind of hates him. I'm not sure.
$5. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Virgil was cool. Him beating he was over like fucking crazy after he turned on DiBiase and then beat him for the $1 million title. Like he was like insanely over. Then it kind of faded away. But I mean, he had a pretty good career. He was involved in a lot of significant stuff. He was involved like with Hogan and with Savage and with all the top guys. So I mean, it was definitely a good career.
BJ?
Mm-hmm. I don't have memories of Paul Vachon, but Luna was awesome. Virgil, I mean, critical to the Ted DiBiase presentation, right? And we recently covered SummerSlam 1992, and it was only like a 4 or 5 minute match with him and Nails, but I remember really enjoying it. And just like an underrated part of WWF at the time. So, I mean, I feel like nowadays a lot of people know him for like other antics and online stuff, but I mean, he is one of those guys, like Mike said, like you see that presentation for DiBiase and you just kind of immediately think to Virgil, at least I do.
Yeah, I mean, he was like a role player. It was like, at least use Seinfeld. He was the fat dude around Kramer.
He was Newman?
He was Newman. Yeah, there you go.
It's Newman.
Right? Like, it wasn't the main event. I wasn't there. When I think of Ted DiBiase, I don't think of him. But when I see a picture and he's there, I'm like, yeah, he was important. He was like the $1 million belt. Or he was part of the presentation of him. And like I said, those vignettes that I remember back, those vignettes are some of the best. With the basketball and all that shit. And Virgil was always there in those moments. So, very sad. But I mean, honestly, him being 10 years older is a major surprise. But yeah, very sad. And BJ, congratulations on actually remembering deaths this time. That's actually
good job, BG.
Thanks. I've been doing it all year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that means. All right, so we ready to get to some news? All right, guys.
Everything okay over there?
Yo, that's my kids having fun. Hey, keep it down there, huh? All the smiles and laughter. Why? Get off my lawn. Guys, number one piece of news this week. BJ, you got it here, number one. AEW stole the weekend! Yo, best match of the entire year. Best pay-per-view of the entire year. What? And it ended with one of the best moments. Where were you when this happened? And one of those kind of moments. When Jason Kelsey fucking retired, where were you? I know where I was. Where were you when Sting retired? I know where I was. Oh my God, it was one. I got chills running down my arms right now. Best pay-per-view of the year, the match. You guys scoffed at Takeshita and Ospreay, and they scoffed at you and said, Davey, bring out them stars. Back the fucking truck up. You might as well just fucking keep them coming. Number one with
the rationale behind it, which is
number one with a. But you saw what? You didn't even watch it. You watched one gif of fucking him no selling and fucking fighting spirit, baby. You don't know nothing about it.
You.
Whew, damn.
I also watched it live.
I will say this. Orgasmic at times. I love this shit. This is wrestling. I'm about to start a chant in my house. This is wrestling. Fuck yeah, dude. Shame we can't go to an AEW show during WrestleMania weekend. I'll show you how we really like wrestling this fuck down.
That was your fault.
So yeah, let's talk about it. Best thing of the week. I'm sweating now. Sting and Darby Allin beating Matt and Nick Jackson. Great match. The dive from the fucking through the glass. Guess what, CM Punk? It's real glass. Hope you in the front row like it in your eyes.
Cut people in the crowd.
Good. Yeah, guess what, pussy? Don't go to a front row of a show. Good. You're in the front row. Guess what, Mike? So what? You're gonna blame the Phillies when fucking dickhead gets hit in the head with a baseball when it says on the back of the ticket you might get hit in the head with a fucking baseball?
Wait, literally, people do, and they sue, and they win.
They don't win. They don't win.
They do.
No, they don't, dude. It says it on the ticket, brother. Samoa Joe defends. What a match. What a fucking match.
Can I say about that match?
Yeah, sure.
I think we can all agree, I think even you, they did a disservice with the placement. Like a horrible disservice with the placement, because they put it in between two matches where people were trying to kill themselves essentially, and then you take the World Heavyweight Championship match and you put it in between them.
I disagree. I think it's a perfect fucking come down. I think it's the perfect place for it.
They messed up by not having Ospreay Takeshita as probably the opener, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure.
Meet Madness or whatever bullshit after that, and nobody will care about it anyways.
Yeah, right, dude. Come on, dude.
I agree with that because Christian Cage and Garcia was more of like a slowdown match. Mm-hmm. That should have been between, at the very least, it should have been where Samoa Joe, the triple threat was.
I think I was worried they weren't going to put Sting on last because they kept saying that the main event was the World Championship match. So I'm glad that they got that right. But the placement was all fucked up.
Nah, gotta do it. Tony Storm, Deanna Perez, BJ. We said Deanna to win. Guess what? Can win it next time.
I told you I was gonna.
Honestly, you know what? It was great. Tony's probably like Tony Storm.
Determined we were that she would win.
Tony Storm, man. Her calling out Wendy Richter is some amazing shit. I love her so much. You can fuck off, Wendy Richter.
I did so much blow before last week's show to be locked into Tony's state of mind to know how he was going to book the show.
Yo, guess what? Watch your heart, please. Now I'm concerned for you. Literally, I'm glad there's a tattoo to immortalize him. I was like a vacuum starting. Roddy won, as we said, another banger. And guess who comes back? I haven't slept in 3 days. Kyle O'Reilly, CM Punk, but he left his bags. Come on, that's a good one, dude. Come on. Can't leave that one hanging like that. That's bullshit. Eddie Kingston and Danielson fucking tear it down. Also another fantastic post-match fucking promo. Yeah.
I hate that slap shit, man. They do it.
I gotta be honest.
I love it.
Eddie Kingston has really fallen off for me.
I will tell you right now.
His shit looks awful at this point.
Let me tell you something right now. Somebody on the internet gave the perfect comparison. He said the difference is Eddie Kingston. You ask anybody how they feel about Eddie Kingston, you're going to know what kind of fan they are right there and there.
But I like Eddie Kingston. The thing is his
I
shit
like his
looks
promos.
awful. His shit looks awful now.
I disagree. I think you look awful on your body and it looks terrible. Tighten up before Philadelphia.
I think you've been on Twitter, like, looking up insults that AEW fans do to people, like, all their takes. Because you're all the greatest hits.
Listen, Will Ospreay and Takeshita. I can't... Listen.
Taco Shida.
Listen to me from the bottom of my heart. I stood up, I sat down, and then I stood up again, and I didn't sit down again. That fucking match, it was awesome. From the bottom of my heart, that was a genuinely fantastic match. Billy Boy is fucking here to stay, bruv, and I am all about it. I love this match. This is my match of the year so far, and I would give it.
What?
If I had to be very honest with you,
what are you talking about?
I'm being 100% honest. My match of the year so far, and without a fucking doubt.
You're not
at least 6 stars. At least 6 stars.
You know how I feel about this match, right? Tell me how I feel about it.
That no one's. You hate kickouts. You hate people fucking with fighting spirit, and you don't understand Japanese wrestling.
Okay, gotcha. So,
right or wrong, just be right.
The most talk about things coming out of this pay-per-view, then I think we should at least talk about those two matches, are this match and the Sting match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can we just break those two down? I'll start with Ospreay and Takeshita. Still don't understand, like, the rationale behind him facing his own guy in the stable. I understand it's a showcase for Ospreay and he's going to be one of your top guys. That's great. I take zero away from these guys in terms of, like, their athleticism and what they're willing to put their bodies through. Like, it was an insane display of athleticism. No doubt about that. Those guys are incredible athletes. But this is not the type of wrestling that I enjoy, and I've always been consistent about that, to do some of the shit that they did in this match and completely no-sell it. And everybody who's going to support it will say, fighting spirits,
what it is.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
No, it's just unrealistic.
No. Hold on. You just said it earlier because you started your statement off properly. It's not my style, and when you said that, I got nothing to say to that. Guess what? Totally fair. But no. What you're doing is you're talking down on the style that I like now and acting like your opinion is fucking fact. And that's not how it is. Say it how it is.
You're acting like your opinion's
No, I'm saying no. Yeah, I am. I know. I stated my opinion. Now what you're doing is you're not stating your opinion. You're telling me that my style is not good.
I'm telling you what people who like it, what their opinion is, and I disagree with the opinion. I think that if you're having a wrestling match, you should be selling, because I think selling is one of, if not the most important thing in wrestling to telling a great story and having a great match. And they didn't do it in this match in very critical parts. Somebody's, like, basically getting dropped on their fucking head. That insane, like, superplex onto the ropes, dropped on their head, dropped on their back, just fucking kneeing each other in the fucking head, dropping each other on their head, and they don't sell it, like, at all. Like, so for me, I'm never gonna enjoy that. I enjoy the athletic feats that they accomplish in this match, and I appreciate that, but in terms of an actual wrestling match and the story told and all of that, not my bag. So definitely not match of the year for me, and not match of the night even.
Very incorrect. BJ, do you have anything to add?
I agree with Mike there.
Yeah, that's very stupid. Absolute banger.
I don't see how you're saying that this is match of the night or match of the year.
It's not because I fucking love this style of wrestling. That's why. It's my favorite. Literally, this is my favorite style of wrestling.
7 stars, by the way.
Please. I need another 7-star classic. I mean, I saw it with my eyes. If you gave it 7, I'd buy it, man. Christian Cage and Daniel Garcia, another banger. I don't know. Are you still hating? Are you still hating Daniel Garcia?
Yes, he didn't do anything good in this match.
You think this is a banger of a match?
Yeah, this is a really good match.
I still don't think I could ever understand, like, the viewpoint on Daniel Garcia being some great prospect, up and coming top star. Like, I wish people would tell me what they see and really explain it to me, because
Donnie can't.
He's like mini Daniel Bryan, dude.
He's
technical prowess through the fucking roof.
He's way
has secret charisma.
He has 0 charisma.
Ah, come on, that's crazy, dude. Secret charisma, like he's unsuspecting charisma, like Daniel Bryan at first.
Like it's not there.
No, it's like Daniel Bryan at first. Everybody thought he didn't have a lot of fun charisma, and then boom.
Daniel Bryan has charisma. He went to WWE and they got it out of him.
That's very stupid. He had charisma in Ring of Honor. That was what made him great.
Well, Daniel Garcia doesn't have it. Sorry to tell you.
You're incorrect.
Christian was great in this match.
Banger.
Damn right. It's let me just I'll go through 1 through 8. Bang it. Come on, dude.
It wasn't a banger. It was a fine match, and that's the thing with this pay-per-view. Probably the first 6 or 7 matches. That's what it was.
Nah, fuck that. John Moxley and Claudio.
It wasn't great until the last hour.
Dude, John Moxley and Claudio with the fucking Road Warriors fucking gear on. I fucking love it. Dude,
they were very tiny shoulders.
I am a 1000% huge LOD fan. One of my favorite parts of my childhood was LOD, and them doing this absolutely popped me.
Those look like if you got like the old like LOD like little kid shoulder pads that they would like sell at the
you're just being Mars. I got it. And what a banger against FTR. Yo, banger. Absolute banger. Banger alert. But seriously, great tag team match. Love it. So fucking gimme. Fucking gimme Claudio. I want Claudio to turn on Mox soon. I want that feud. Like ASAP.
They just won.
Yeah, guess what? I hope they go for the fucking tag team championships, right? I hope they go right at each other, and guess what? I hope they fucking battle. I hope they turn on. I hope Claudio gets jealous. And John Moxley starts fucking being with Eddie Kingston all the time again, and Claudio's like, I hate that fat prick. All right, it's fucking perfect. It'd be great. I just think their feud would be awesome. I love those guys together. And Wardlow obviously fucking won because we're keeping that fucking train rolling and keep these doggies rolling. What
happened to Meat Madness, Donnie?
Cody lied about why he cheated.
He told me a whole thing that.
Well, I mean, they were right, but Chris Jericho said, I got meat too, brother, but it's downstairs.
Can you confirm that Tony lied? Why does he do that?
First off, Mike, this just in. A wrestling promoter that lies? I'm sorry, I can't believe it. Shut the fuck up, dude.
One, though,
they all fucking lie, dude, and guess what? If he fucking shut the fuck up.
He announced Meat Madness.
Oh my goodness.
He said was stolen from Big E, because it was. And then he's like, oh wait, no, we're gonna do the All-Star Scramble. I forgotted that a lot of the big guys are hurt. It's like, he mentioned Miro and Keith Lee. It's like, dude, they've been fucking hurt for months, dude.
Nah.
What do you mean?
No, just that's why you can't enjoy. No, it's you because you're a bitch and you can't enjoy anything, man. Sit back and enjoy it.
By speaking out facts.
I'm speaking out facts. It's no. Was it a lie or was it a fucking? Did things not line up? Did they think they'd be back in time? You don't fucking know. And what we got was better anyway, dude.
Yo, Magnus is an all-star.
Magnus. Bro, I thought I was gonna see Nick Aldis. It was a guy in a mask.
I was very confused.
I will say this to you. I heard Magnus and I was like, who?
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Nope. All right. Favorite match, favorite moment, overall grade, Mike.
Let's talk about. We didn't really.
Okay. Sting and Darby.
You don't want to talk about the main event.
Sting and Darby Allin. Yes. Listen, Sting. This makes me sad. Okay, let me do this part first.
Wait, what?
Okay, this makes me sad because Sting is leaving, and I feel like it's like, honestly, I feel the same way about Jason Kelsey right now. I feel like he's got some left in the tank. I wish he would stick around for a little bit longer. Maybe it would be too long and it would go bad, but it's like I still feel like you could fucking give me more, and I don't want to say goodbye yet. So him walking away from us selfishly, I feel like there's more more meat on the bone. From a wrestling perspective, this was beautiful chaos and honestly the perfect way for him to go out, and I thought all the moments that made this match like come together, even fucking Ric Flair's involvement wasn't too overboard this time. And I was like,
it was fine for
it was just enough of all the things, and fucking Darby got to do his fucking crazy ass moment, and Sting got to do his fucking fun stuff, and like, I loved it. I thought it was poetic justice, the whole fucking thing, and I love, and this is gonna sound terrible, them cut his speech going and getting cut, right? Mike.
That was
an homage to
poetic
WWE.
justice, dude. I feel like from the bottom of my heart, it was like, of course it did. And I laughed because it's like, fuck it. I still got to see it. It's the age of the internet. It's not as bad as it was all those years back, though. But this was, I'm telling you, it was fucking very cool, man. I really thought, from the bottom of my heart, I love this.
Sting and Jason Kelsey, that's an even better comparison than I thought at first, because they, both great careers, and now they're looking at the situation. Jason Kelsey's like, I got fucking the fraud, Jalen Hurts. This team's going nowhere. I might as well retire. That's kind of what Sting's probably looking. He's like, I got Tony Khan running this fucking operation.
Keep your fucking name. Jalen Hurts has been to more Super Bowls than fucking Josh Allen, dude.
Okay, how'd he do when he got there?
He barely lost by a holding penalty.
Oh, he lost. Okay,
yep.
Gotcha.
Yep.
By a proper holding penalty. Gotcha.
Got it.
But I love this match. This to me was easily the match of the night. I don't think that's even a question. It was perfect. It was perfectly tailored to what Sting has been the last few years. Like, just put him in these crazy fucking hardcore matches and let him be entertaining and let him get by on his star power, and people eat that shit up and they love it. Like
Undertaker.
It was a very fun match. Darby played his role to perfection. That jumping through that fucking glass, absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll tell you what. At least he sold it.
He sold it. I gotta be honest with you, I don't think he had a choice.
No, exactly. His back was that was so disgusting. But give him a lot of credit for that. And Young Bucks played their roles well in this. I'm certainly not a Young Bucks fan, but they didn't piss me off really in this match like they tend to do. I enjoyed it immensely. I loved him coming out with the Suns, dressed up like Surfer Sting and Wolfpack Sting, and them getting involved early in the match with the Stinger splashes. That was very cool. That was a really awesome moment. Even the moments because there were a couple moments where Sting no sold, but this is a situation where it works for his character. It's his last match.
Yep.
He's kicking out his shit.
It's Hulk Hogan.
Because
he's still that same ilk.
impossible to beat in his fucking retirement last match, and he's a legend in pro wrestling. When you do it in those kind of situations, totally cool. When you do it in situations where it doesn't need to happen, I'm not cool with it. So I just feel like they hit all the right notes with it, and it was a great way for him to go out, and I really enjoyed it.
BJ?
Yeah, awesome match, easily matched, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Donnie. This is by far the most memorable thing from the pay-per-view. I mean, Darby, forget the glass, the fact that he fucking jumped from the top of the ladder all the way to the floor with nothing there.
Technically, the glass broke his fall.
No,
it did. No, because glass has a sustained amount of pressure it can take. So whether it was a lot or a little, it literally broke his fall. So, I mean, whether it helped him or not, I'm not sure.
Absolutely not. Go watch it back. It was fucking nothing is helping this dude once he hits the ground. That was insane. I can't believe he fucking did that with nothing underneath there. It was just and then he gets up and his whole fucking back is just pure blood. I was like, holy shit, Darby, you're fucking
We're doing
nuts.
some deathmatch shit on TV, and I love it.
No wonder Sting in his interviews are like, hey, you're gonna fucking remember this one. It's like, holy shit.
The problem was Sting wanted to do that move and they couldn't clear him, so Darby had to take it.
I think they probably fought backstage on who's gonna do that one. I do agree with you in the sense of Sting has been amazing in AEW, beyond belief of what he's been doing in this company. It's for the best that he's going out because I'm fearful of
he
what
was
he might
basically
do.
ass like when we were like watching TNA for this show.
Yeah, that's true.
And he didn't do anything good in WWE.
I love Sting. He was, I didn't really watch WCW that much, but he was the one. Him, like Booker T, Scott Steiner, those are the guys that I gravitated towards. And Sting was always to me of like he was WCW when I was growing up. And to see him, the fact that he's still going is insane. I can't believe he just had this incredible match to end his career. I agree with you, Donnie. It feels like he could definitely still go because everything he's shown. But hey, he's going to be 65 in a couple of weeks. Like, go out when you can and go enjoy life. I would love to see him back for one more match, but like,
don't worry, I got that.
I honestly would have loved it to be a singles match on his way out. Like, I think him and Lance, like, Danielson would have been cool. Even, like, Chris Jericho, Christian Cage, like, there's a lot of people I would love to see him go up against. But this tag team match, and I'm not a Young Bucks fan, but it was an awesome match, a complete spectacle. Darby stole the show, but that's what they've been doing. Like, it fit their whole dynamic. And this was the perfect way to end it. It really does suck, though, that the show just ended mid-fucking speech. Like, you couldn't fucking...
It's
like,
pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view. This is what happens.
I don't care. You couldn't fucking map this out a little bit better of like, hey guys, we're going to cut like 5 minutes here or something.
No, you don't cut out perfection. The match is fine. The match is perfect.
Fucking all-star scramble or whatever, like Moxley and FT. Like, these things didn't even need to be on the show.
That's so stupid. You're so fucking ignorant. Keep your mouth shut while I'm talking.
Fuck you.
Let me tell you something.
Can I fucking speak? I'd have Moxley and Claudio against FTR, main event Dynamite, and give Sting fucking 30 minutes to end the fucking show instead.
I don't need to give him 30 minutes. No thanks. I've seen Sting with a mic with a long period of time, and I don't need that in my life.
Tony has a thing where like he just needs everybody to be on the show, like no matter. He loves
what. He's trying to give the people, the fans, what they want for their money, baby. And that's fucking thank you, dude. Thank you for giving. I hate going to the supermarket. He's like, you got 6 bananas, take a 7th, man. Take a 7, it's all good.
It's 9 fucking.
Guess what? It's a little heavier for me. I gotta carry it, dude. And the last banana, I can't talk for 30 minutes, but goddamn, it's good. I will say this, and hit my fucking music. We can't anymore. But here's what I'm thinking. He's officially retired. He's no contract to AEW. Okay. What if? Just what if? What if for one night Undertaker's like, fuck it, let's come back before. And Sting's like, I got one more in me, brother. But they do it in a way where we super brawl it. Or no, what was it? Super Clash, Mike? What was the one where they had different people from different federations come in?
Different what?
Like I think it was Bockwinkel against Harley Race.
Are you talking about like AWA versus NWA?
Yeah, it was like, was it Super
Clash? Right?
Yeah, Super Clash, right? So like, what if we did something like that? Where it's like, you know what? Tony's like, fuck it. Or maybe he is under contract. He's like, we're going to be like, so AEW, Sting comes in, Undertaker is WWE, and they do this like super big fucking thing, man.
I can't begin to tell you how much that's not going to happen. It never would.
It's not happening.
But Mike, what if it did?
You could imagine what it would be like.
All right. So AEW, greatest. I mean, we can pretty much just go home after that one. That's where the money is at. But I guess there's
favorite moment overall grade.
Favorite match was the Takeshita match, but from a moment, it was the main event. From a grade, I gave it 10 out of 10. That's my favorite match. It's favorite pay-per-view of the year. Honestly, with the ending the way it was, it's one of my favorite pay-per-views I've watched, honestly, in a while. So honestly, but honly, Cloud9 the whole night. Loving it. I'm loving it. It's like McDonald's, dude. I watched it at night.
Morning.
It wasn't. No. It was Monday morning. But I'm loving it, dude. They were right.
I mean, they were right.
About like McDonald's. All right, let's talk about something else that happened. Whatever. The Rock's like blah blah blah. What?
Favorite match: Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks, without a question. Favorite moment: I mean, there was a lot of cool moments in that Sting match. I mean, Darby jumping through the fucking glass. I really liked Sting's like sons getting involved though. That was a cool like sentimental moment, especially knowing like his father just recently passed away. So that'd be really nice for him. Overall grade, I'm gonna be generous because I really enjoyed the end of this pay-per-view and give it a 7 out of 10. One thing I'll say is that it really it was just like everything like felt like it was the same, going through the motions for the first couple hours of this pay-per-view, and I nothing was bad, everything was fine to good. But people, and I told BG this, and we talked about this, BG. I said, watch this pay-per-view, I'm like, I know people are going to just overreact and say, greatest pay-per-view of all time. Because that's what they do with every AEW pay-per-view, no matter what. It's like, sure, good in-ring stuff.
Great
People always have to
in-ring
overreact
stuff.
and make it
Great
more than
in-ring
what it is.
stuff.
Greatest pay-per-view of all time. I saw so many people saying this. I was so right about that. It wasn't. It was a fine pay-per-view.
No, hold on.
Let's
Okay.
not be fucking stupid about it every single
That's
time.
you saw on paper.
WWE pay-per-views.
Listen, you saw on paper that this was going to be a great pay-per-view. You're like, oh, someone's going to call it a great pay-per-view
I
because
didn't
you
think it was
knew
a
it was
great
going to
pay-per-view
be a great
on paper at all,
pay-per-view,
to be honest
and it
with you. I
was.
didn't.
It was a great pay-per-view.
It was fine. It was good.
So stupid. All right, let's talk about WWE.
There you go.
Speaking about doo-doo butter, let's
GG.
get what? Oh my god, dude.
Main event, favorite match, favorite moment, Darby through the glass. Overall grade 6.5 out of 10. But since you want to go fucking out of order, you fucking piece of shit, let me get to the Patreon poll.
No. Say that for the end. It's stupid. Ready?
No, I'm
let's
not
go
saying
to
it.
the.
Let's
Let's.
try the fucking conversation. So shut the fuck up. From now on, go with my agenda or shut the fuck up and follow along. All right?
I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to do whatever I want.
Shut the fuck up. Patreon.com/RingRustRadio. For those who don't know, every person of the month we put a poll on there. If you support us, you can vote and leave a comment. This month's poll, courtesy of Mike Carey, was, where does Sting rank all time?
I had a better one, but you didn't use it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
What's
Which generation?
the best version of Sting? The
Yeah.
one that was fucking most popular. All right, great.
No, AEW got one with a. I guarantee you, creature of the moment, dude.
Where does Sting rank all time? What do you guys think won out?
Top 25.
Well, that wasn't an option. Wasn't it like top 20 or was top?
It was on. So you got the GOAT, top 5, top 10, top 15, top 20, top 25, top 50.
Top 20, top 25.
Top
2025.
100, blows.
Blows was a mean answer. I hope. Blows is not a fair one.
Well,
That was one of my
8%.
suggestions.
8%.
I'll say top 20.
And Donnie said top 25. Donnie wins.
Oh shit.
38% said top 25.
Yeah,
31% said top 10.
That was my second guess.
And top 50 had 15%. And then tied with 8% was the GOAT and blows.
So polarizing.
Like
You
for
can
ya?
also say it's polarizing. Okay, there you go.
So DJ McCall says, I think my admitted WWE bias plays a part here, but I can't put Sting anywhere near the top 10. He was the top guy for almost his entire career and would have been bigger if Hogan hadn't ruined him at Starrcade 97. Top 25 seems fair. Jim Del Chapo says, you guys are cold for even having blows as an option. Putting him with the likes of Johnny Gonzalez and Eva Marie, shake my damn head. Do the cool kids still say these days? Clint Williams says, even though WWE won the Monday Night War and has been the only show for years, being the top guy for every major American competitor has to mean something. I think he's easily top 10. Alex Contreras says, I was never a WCW guy, but I knew who Sting was. I have even more respect for him knowing he wanted to help Darby and also do all the crazy shit they've been doing. Jason Silva says he's on my WCW only Mount Rushmore, but in the landscape of all time, all promotions he's been, top 10. To me, mostly due to longevity in his latest current run in AEW, pushing him the top 10. Ring rust? Chris Thompson says Sting was
Holy
an icon, but his run in WWE was dreadful. I am old enough to include Bruno Sammartino, Buddy Rogers, and Lou Thez among the all-time greats.
God. Was that Jim Del Chapo?
No, that's Chris Thompson.
Okay.
He says, so I think top 25.
He's 112. Big in the retirement home community.
Top 25 is about as high as I can go, but at his peak, which I would argue may have been his match against Ric Flair in Clash of Champions, he was very special. And then Lightning Links 89 has the last comment here. It says, I think he is definitely top 25. Sting's career is so storied and lengthy that it's hard to place him. He's easily top 10 best American wrestlers of all time, and honestly an amazing natural babyface, both when he was the Neon Painted Surfer and the Brooding Crow.
That's fair.
That was a very fair assessment.
Honestly, I was like, holy
Good
shit.
job. Let's get more of that version of Lightning Links.
He is, I mean, I would agree with that
Also,
wholeheartedly.
he is way better than the big Mark Taker.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yes! Yes, he slipped it back to her. You're sitting over there. He's got one.
You hit me
two
with
in
a
the
psych.
pink. He got you two in the pink, and then he hit you with the one in the stink. You didn't even see it coming. Yeah, that's great. That was great. Very stupid, but very good.
You're stupid.
Okay, good. Let's get to WWE because it blows. Yo, Mike, ready for this? I got a nickname for you, dude. Mikey Diarrhea, dude. Yo, Mikey Diarrhea, dude.
Donnie's out
So
of it.
you also don't understand what the whole point was?
What are you, a kumquat? Their shit blows now that they're together.
Donnie,
what the fuck happened, for real?
Let me explain Diarrhea Dwayne to you, okay?
Okay, please, I'd love. Let me pull up. I'm actually pulling up a chair to
Please
sit
do.
down and be
Because-
educated. Go ahead.
Because
Uh-huh.
somehow, I know wrestling fans. A lot of them are really dumb. Okay? I know I'm not shocking you with that one.
Yeah,
But
we're stinky too. I heard.
This is one of the biggest displays of stupidity I've seen, like across the board on social media. So the whole Diarrhea Dwayne thing,
Mhm.
people are like criticizing it as if Seth said it and WWE wrote it because they thought it was like a really good, like hilarious, like thing to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what the point was. The point was
Oh, tell me.
people always make fun of The Rock because he'll come up with some juvenile thing like, diarrhea, and he'll get people to chant it, and they'll be like, oh, yeah, diarrhea. And everybody who hates The Rock is like, oh, this guy fucking sucks. All he's doing is yelling about diarrhea. It was like a fucking joke on The Rock. It had nothing to do with them thinking it was an awesome line.
Wow.
So for people not to really understand that very obvious thing is weird to me.
Oh, I will say this, Mike. Number one, ignorant to say it's obvious, because it's not.
It is obvious.
Number two, I think that that's not true, and I think that they did put that line in there like it was going to be some sort of funny. Vince McMahon teleported
Vince
back for
definitely
one
would've
last
done it 'cause he
fucking...
thought it was funny.
Vince is like, yeah. Well, Triple H has been hanging out with Vince a long time. He's been ignoring rape for a long time. No, from the bottom of my heart, this was dog shit. I don't care how you and listen, most of this promo segment pretty damn good, right? But that whole line was doo-doo butter
thing that
in
was
any
good was
context
the
you
joke.
put it. I don't care the context. It sucked. It
I
didn't
know,
add to
clearly
it.
you don't care about the
It was stupid. It was a very stupid line. It made him look foolish.
That's fine.
And
that
on
was
a
the point.
continued.
The point was for it to be a stupid line because he's like, that's what The Rock always does.
Guess what? It only made him look stupid at a time where you need to give him credibility in any form or fashion. He looks worse and worse
Brother,
every time he's
lost
out
the
there.
credibility because he's just like being like Cody's lapdog at this point.
No shit. And
Lost
you're
that
and
long
you
ago.
and diarrhea fucking Dwayne is
Unless
what you
he's
give
using
me?
all this to turn on Cody, then.
Irrelevant. It still sucks now. So I'm gonna toss it to BJ because obviously you're gonna defend as a WWE mark. What did you think about it? You
Defend
love
what?
diarrhea.
I thought the line sucked and was not funny. I understand
That was
it,
the point.
but it still sucked. It was weird because like last week, The Rock challenged them. All right, so Rock's like, I want you here on SmackDown next week. But then Cody shows up on Raw with Seth, and it's like, you already know the answer. It's like, why do we have to get to SmackDown? Just to fucking say yes. It made no sense.
Well, because they want to have an excuse to have them on SmackDown. I guess.
Sure.
So are they lying? Are they lying,
Mike?
Mike?
Some type of like
Who's
counter
who lying?
offer.
Yo, mom.
Are they gonna make some type of like counter offer to the Bloodline? Some
I
type
don't
of
think
other
so.
stipulation? Like, are they gonna have like, all right, we like, I don't know. It just was weird. He said yes basically on Raw.
I think they're
Then
just
go
going to
to
accept the
SmackDown.
challenge.
I think what they're gonna do is you gotta add The Rock to the World Championship match if he wins.
Why would Cody
Why
do
would
that?
Cody do that?
Why wouldn't he? It doesn't matter. Impact his match with fucking
Yeah,
Roman
it
at all.
100% impacts his
What are you
match.
talking about?
How would it?
So totally. You don't think adding another person impacts your chances of winning?
I just said he would go after fucking Seth Rollins. The Rock against Seth Rollins.
No, that's
What are you
it's
talking
not going to happen.
Dude, I'm
That's
trying to
not-
get good matches on the card in any
match
form or
is going to
fashion.
be
Are you
accepted
smoking
under the
crack over
terms
there?
that The
No,
Rock
it's weed.
laid out on SmackDown, which makes a lot of sense. Those terms.
By the way,
Obviously, The Rock and Reigns are going to win, and it's going to be under Bloodline rules, so it's going to be no DQ. It's going to be fucking an insane clusterfuck, and that's how Cody's going to win.
by the way, The Rock's promo was fucking awesome on SmackDown.
Oh,
fucking
dragged
Montez Marys and
It dragged on for
Karens.
so long, dude.
His promo on SmackDown and his promo on Instagram were fucking great.
Yeah.
At least
Awesome.
the one on Instagram is short. This motherfucker won't
The
shut
one
the
on Instagram
fuck
was
up.
not short. It was 40 minutes.
40
What are you talking
fucking...
about?
40, yeah, it was short comparatively. He did 40
Not
fucking
really.
minutes on SmackDown. That shit was
Oh,
fucking
wait,
way
dude.
overboard.
He didn't get 40 minutes on SmackDown. The Bloodline got 40
Yeah,
minutes on SmackDown.
the whole segment was too long.
You didn't even fucking watch it.
I did. I watched the whole thing.
I don't think so.
I watch everything all the time, dude. I got
No, you didn't. No, you
nothing better to do.
But I really love the Instagram promo because he went in and he explained a lot of shit that otherwise would not have gotten explained. So I enjoyed that.
I don't know why it took them so long to explain the conversation that he and Cody had.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, like I said, Cody was going to say something at Elimination Chamber, and then they had Grayson Waller cut him off.
Listen, that was still like a month after the fact.
Yep.
Right.
This blows. This all blows. And the fact that you still think this was the plan shows just how stupid you are.
Oh, I think it even more than ever.
Oh, no, more than ever, yeah, because they've had time to figure out what they're going to do now. Look
tell you
at
that
it
right
here.
now.
It's so dumb as
This was
shit,
not the
dude.
plan.
Not the
It was
plan at all.
100% the
It was
plan.
not the fucking plan.
Then
You're
why was
stupid
The
for
Rock
thinking that.
fucking on saying, oh, long game, long game, long game. If you just go right to The Rock versus Roman Reigns, there's no long game. It's over.
Guess what? Guess
It's
what?
over then.
Guess what,
And when
dude? That's not
Rock
even close
showed
to
up-
fucking
The
true.
Rock showed up on Raw, and he dropped the mention of head of the table well before the Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah, yeah. So the plan was always, what?
So what was
What?
the plan for Cody then?
To win the Rumble and probably go get Seth Rollins like we saw the
And-
night
and
after.
What was CM Punk gonna do?
It was probably going to be the fucking three of them, big dickhead.
It wasn't at all,
Yo,
actually.
when you saw after
It was
night,
always gonna be Cody and Roman.
that's so stupid, dude. Maybe a three-way. Listen, I can't
Did
tell
not
you.
have the long
I
game
can't tell you
because
what it was going to
Cody
be.
wins because
Hold
Rock
on,
turns
hold on, Mike.
Roman, and you go back to Rock
Mike,
Roman at a later
Mike,
date. This
look at
was
me.
always the plan. So I'm gonna
Mike,
tell you
Mike,
guys.
look at me. Look at me.
It's honestly pretty obvious.
Mike, there's no way in hell that what you just said is true. From the bottom of
It
my
is.
heart. I can't. Hold on, Mike,
Because you know
Mike,
what?
listen.
You know what?
I can't
If
tell
Rock-
you.
If
Oh my
Rock versus
God.
Roman was the plan, if fans were like, no, we like Cody. Do you know what WWE would do? Too bad we're getting Rock versus
Not
Roman.
look at Daniel Bryan. That's a fucking complete lie.
The Rock
Backlash
versus
makes them
Bryan,
make
no
changes. It is
comparison.
what it is, dude.
That-
Brock
You're getting
Lesnar's
The
not
Rock
doing it at
Hollywood,
WrestleMania because
one
of
the biggest stars in
Backlash.
the world. They're not changing it based on some fans like, oh, I really would like Cody. That
One
wouldn't happen.
100% incorrect. And here's how
100%
I know
correct.
it. I can't tell you what the plan would have been, right? Because I don't lie and make
I can.
things up like you
It's
do.
what this is happening.
What
right
I
now.
saw on television showed me that they had been like, oh shit, Cody, sorry, bud, you're going to have to go against Seth for the championship because we're going to do Rock Roman
How
here.
did it show you that?
It's not possible that this was the plan because Seth would have faced CM Punk in the main event of night one.
Right. Punk would,
Right.
the plan was
So the plan was to have a fucking
Punk
tag
against
team
Seth.
match.
The plan was Punk against Seth, and then the plan was Cody against Roman.
And what was The Rock going to do?
He was going to get involved.
No, he's literally wrestling a match now. So now he's wrestling a match all of a sudden?
Right. That could have been the plan still too. They have
Okay.
that tag team match.
Okay, all right.
And nothing.
You
that
know what?
happened
I give up.
changed that.
I give up. You're right. Your will is stronger than mine.
This tag team match was never happening.
Let's go on, and yeah, because if that wasn't the plan, then the plan changed. So you're arguing a moot point.
The plan was
I don't
always
care.
Roman.
I don't
and
care.
Cody.
I'm gonna blow my fucking nose.
I could
can't even
buy that maybe they had to add the tag team match to add star power and importance to the show because Punk isn't part of it. But it was never going to be Cody versus Punk versus Seth.
Ooh.
That wasn't going to be a thing.
I don't know. Listen. I
They were
honestly
building
don't know.
Seth versus Punk very clearly.
It seemed like The Rock was a late ad, and they're like, "Fuck it,
Cody
what are we
wasn't
gonna
going
do?"
to be the host of WrestleMania. He was going to be in this.
Rey Mysterio returned. Are we getting a singles match between Rey and Santos at WrestleMania, or a multi-person match? Interesting question, Mike.
I could honestly see it going either way.
Thank
I'll
you,
say-
thank
I'll
you,
say
Dave
it's-
Meltzer Jr.
I'll say a singles match though because it's a personal issue between Ray and Santos, and I think that's more what people I think would want to see.
I would prefer a singles match, but there are a lot of singles matches currently on this card. So I wonder if they give us a multi-person match.
2 days.
Just to give us a
2
little
days.
bit, just to differentiate it.
Also, how much of this that you were so harping on AEW for shit that probably could have just main evented on a show, and you're gonna tell me Rey and Santos deserves to be on that card?
Ray and Santos absolutely deserve
Rey
to be on the
Mysterio's a
card.
fucking
Cool.
legend.
He
More-
fucking injured Rey Mysterio.
More than
for months.
FTR, more than
He
FTR
blew up
and
LWO.
Moxley and
Rey
Yeah,
Mysterio,
a
one
million
of the
percent. This is actually a storyline that's been going on for months.
Rey
Yes.
Mysterio, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. should
I'm not saying
be
he
at the
shouldn't be on there,
40th
I'm just-
anniversary.
40th anniversary.
Yeah, but this
in
is
Philadelphia,
a long-running
where
storyline.
he was
So,
born
yes,
here.
It should be on WrestleMania.
What was the storyline between FTR, Moxley, and Claudio heading into
Tag teams didn't like each
Revolution?
other, brother. It's that simple.
Okay. So there you go.
You want supremacy in a division? That's how you do it. You wear
So there
shoulder
you go.
pads.
Yep. Little baby chest protectors.
Guess what? We got bumped in the chest. Guess what? I don't even hurt.
Yep.
I didn't hurt that bad.
Mhm.
IC title number one contenders gauntlet match. Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke versus Ricochet, Bronson Reed, Chad Gable, JD McDonough. Going to slap, going to clap, whatever the kids are saying these days. I don't know anymore, and I don't care.
Does this go for an hour or less?
This is on
I think
television,
an hour.
right?
I
This
think
is
an
on.
hour.
Is this
I
Raw?
think- yeah. I'm thinking this is an hour.
So what's BJ? On the clock time for this match is what?
Yeah.
Over under. Said it.
So I just said 60 minutes.
Under.
59.
I'm gonna say no. 1 minute.
You think? Well, because we went over.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yep.
I don't know about that.
No, I'll say like a 47 minutes. It's gonna make 3 commercial breaks.
It's more than that. There's 6 people here.
Right? Is it elimination?
Yes, it's a gauntlet match, man.
It's a gauntlet, you know? Dude.
Holy shit! I haven't watched. No, I haven't watched TNA.
And then another guy comes out.
Yeah, it's TNA. This is the TNA gauntlet match.
Brother, gauntlet's been going on for.
Yo, fuck
decades.
you, dude. You called it TNAs for years, but now they're doing it. You're gonna change it up.
No.
Shut your
What are you
fucking
talking
mouth, you
about?
hypocrite, dude.
I said
You
that
fucking
they
hated
called-
it when it
they
was
called the
TNA.
gauntlet match a Royal Rumble.
That you hated the gauntlet
Well, they did-
matches that
because
they
they
did
did
in
it
TNA. Yeah, good, but they're doing it here. They
They're
haven't
not
done it. They're gonna do it
defending
right.
the Royal Rumble.
Come on,
They're
dude. Bunch
It's
of
a
fucking
gauntlet
marks.
match.
Bunch
2
of
people
fucking
start, one's
Marcus
eliminated, next person
Busters,
comes
dude.
in. What the fuck are you
This
talking
match
about?
it's gonna be great
He's got
though.
some real fucking issues today.
What
And
is
then-
wrong with you? Are you smoking crack over there?
Sammy is no, of course not. It's just a little
Can
bit
I-
of weed.
Fucking Phoenix,
Hey,
Arizona.
I'm standing up. My blood's flowing, dude. My heart's pumping, dude.
Donnie, take a seat. Mike, wouldn't it have been so much better if Jey Uso was part of this and then Jimmy screwed him again? Or like, it
No.
was Sammy and Jay in the finals of this gauntlet and Jimmy comes out and it's like, who do I want to screw over more? And he screws over fucking Jay. And that furthers it, because Jay was screwed over out of his IC. He would have beat Gunther for the championship. Jimmy screwed him. So he deserves to be part of this fucking match.
I would like that, although I don't know about like in the final because I think this is gonna I think this match is gonna have a wacky finish. Okay,
Just a
So-
crazy finish, wild finish.
It's gonna be zany.
It's gonna be zany. It's gonna be wackadoo.
Speaking of zany, Sami Zayn, I thought
That's a good segue. I was like fucking A right on that one.
I thought it was gonna be Sammy versus Gunther, straight up singles match, but they've been pushing the Gable
Yeah.
agenda pretty hard here. The
Yeah,
last couple
circling
weeks.
back on it.
Like last week they had him like
Mhm.
cut a passionate promo. There was like a vignette. This week he's talking about how much this fucking means to him, how he needs to fucking kill Gunther because he made his daughter cry. So, and Sammy, they're also pushing the narrative of like, hey, I'm gonna be a fucking champion. I need this. So I think it comes down to Sammy and Gable. I think we get the old double pin on one of those Gable German suplexes, and they get both of them triple threat against Gunther at WrestleMania.
Holy shit,
What?
Mike.
Is-
But
is
Mike, hold on.
Not
Hold
on the show.
Who?
No, he'll be the
Nakamura.
Andre the Johnson. We'll pull that back
Yeah,
out.
he'll be in the Under the Jones.
Yeah, duh.
We'll face Okada. We're good.
Yeah. Honestly,
That would be insane.
I don't think it's gonna happen. So my thought is Gunther absolutely fucking, or Chad Gable like starts killing Gunther. Gunther fucking comes back, lays Gable out. We get Sami Zayn winning that match. You can make it a 3-way, right? That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I like that. I do like that. I'm gonna go with what he said.
What? Were you just talking about WrestleMania or Raw?
I don't know. I was confused too. He's talking about Gunther.
I just worked through it in my head.
Understand what the fuck you're talking about.
So I was saying you would get Gable and Sami Zayn that's the
Final two.
finals, then into the match, and the idea would be Chad Gable gets his revenge on Gunther, but you let
Gunther's
Sami
not in-
Zayn
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you let
Gunther's not in the match, man.
for the.
It's a number 1 contenders gauntlet match.
I know,
It
and I'm
says it
saying
on
yes.
the-
I'm just saying. Hold on.
For
The
WrestleMania.
final fucking
Wait,
part of.
hang on.
Okay.
I'm gonna set the stage and you walk us through.
Okay, let's do it.
Now,
All right.
This is a number 1 contenders gauntlet match between 6 people. The winner of this match will face Gunther for the.
I already told you. I agree
at
with you. Chad
WrestleMania.
Gable,
The
Sami
final
Zayn, the last
is
two.
Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. What happened?
Screwy finish, and then we get to WrestleMania with Gunther in the match, which is fucking exactly what I meant the whole fucking time. You dope. And then
Don't call
fucking,
me a dope.
and then
I
basically,
asked you when you
Sami
said-
Zayn pins Chad Gable.
Okay.
I
You
fucking
were
hate
definitely
you
saying
with a
stuff that
passion.
made it sound like you thought Gunther was in this match.
No, I did
You
not,
understand
dude.
why
You're
it sounds
just
that way?
not on my
exactly what you
level.
said.
Is the problem? You just fucking
Exactly.
haven't.
No, I am.
You
I
know what I
had to slow it
realized?
down.
You know what I
You're
realized?
talking crazy.
Ever since I've stood up, you've Your perspective has been lowered. I'm literally looking down on you in a way that I've never had to before, and it's been wonderful.
Is that why you're so stupid now?
WrestleMania 40 is a 2-day event. It's going to be sweet. Oh, shit, I'm doing the thing with my knees where you do, like, the fucking hands on the knees where you cross them. But you cross them. You know what I mean? Can you see it?
Dude love?
Dude love?
Yeah. But you know what the problem is for me? I'm squeezing my dong. It hurts. It's got that big old dong, so it's all, like, fumbling in the middle there. WrestleMania 40 confirmed card, Roman Cody, Io Bailey, Seth Rollins, Drew, Rhea, Becky. Becky said kumquat, promo blue.
That one I won't defend.
Be better.
That one sucked.
Be better.
It wasn't for a reason.
Be better, because whatever's going on with your little kid, keep it out of your fucking promos, okay? I know you think he's a little fucking... It's the problem, you're like little kid and you're like, who are you, little Dominic?
Becky has fallen off quite a bit.
No, I won't say that she's been... No, I'm not going to say she's fallen off.
No,
I'd just say that this is the time to raise your level with the promos.
The thing with Becky
you can't be missing now.
She has always been better as the heel than the babyface. And I was right when she was on that man babyface Super Cena run that she wasn't... She was getting played out. And then she did the heel turn and she was great in that role.
Mm-hmm.
She's very good at that.
She's a babyface and people love her. And I'm quiet. They're
And
saying
Liv
that at
needs
schools
to
now.
Liv needs to stay out of this fucking match.
No, I need to get more Nia involved. I need Liv. Let's make it a 4-way. I'm down for that, honestly.
Absolutely
not.
I'd be more excited for it.
No, you
Why?
wouldn't.
Yes, I would. I mean this.
Two of the
Yes,
best
I mean
against
this.
each other in a one-on-one
This
match?
is my perspective, but I mean it for 100%. Yeah, I would rather see that 4-way match than this singles match.
No,
100%.
that's stupid. We've never even seen this before.
100%. Not even kidding at all.
That's
And then
fucking dumb.
Gunther versus Sami Zayn and Chad Gable, as we said. We called that shit. And then Hall of Fame, Paul Heyman's going in. So first,
yeah, man.
Awesome.
So
That's amazing.
yeah,
That
so
speech is
we're not
so
going to be
good.
there. So I don't know why you're so excited. You're not going to be there
I'll watch it after.
Oh, we're gonna watch it after.
that night.
We're gonna watch it while we're at ECW.
No, we're not. Well, I'm going to watch fucking 67-year-old Tashika and Onita fucking walk that aisle, brother.
What'd you call him?
Takashita Onita.
Hey,
Come on, dude. That's a fun name, right? Oh,
it's kind of racist.
is it? I felt like it
Sure.
might have been a little
100%.
bit, but I'm
You're
not
just
sure.
a racist piece of shit.
That's hey, if the shoes fit, wear them.
are.
But Paul Heyman in Philadelphia, like we'll mention an email later, extensively who we think might go in. So you want to say it for then?
Yeah, we do.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, that's a stick around moment right there, huh? You like that shit, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was there anything else? And you already did the Patreon thing. Anything else about WWE? Mike, that's more to you because I know you don't know shit from Channel.
Good.
All right, Patreon, BJ.
I know Channel. Sign up at patreon.com/ringrustradio to hear the ad-free version of our podcast, and you get early access to our upcoming retros, such as Dude, Where's My Car?, Cody Rhodes' Best WWE Matches, and American Nightmare, Becoming Cody Rhodes documentary. You can also check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips and Triple R Gaming. And best thing ever, join us next week, Tuesday, March 12th. It's our next Patreon special. It's Mark fucking Madness, baby.
Okay, let's get serious for a second.
Let's get serious.
I don't say this very often because, everybody's in their own position in life and finances are tough for everybody. So you subscribe when you can and join when you can and participate when you can afford it. But I will say this. You're a coward if you can't find the dollars to step the fuck up and make your voice heard. Is this how America falls?
Work some overtime.
Work some overtime. Yeah, tell those kids, kiss baby on her head. Mwah. Daddy's going to be back late tonight. You might be asleep when I get home. Because I got to do Mark Madness.
I'm working overtime to buy me presents, Daddy.
No, to buy myself 2 hours to 3 of the dumbest motherfuckers on this earth. And guess what?
Yeah, what the fuck?
We're here for you. No, but the truth is, Mark Madness is absolutely one of the most fun nights, and it's because of what it's become. I really believe in the early years of this, we were trying to find, genuinely trying to find, the best of the year. And then the, infighting kind of started as a byproduct of that. And now it is nothing but agendas. People come to literally cause chaos. Andrew Sampson, I'm looking at you right now. He's just there to vote for crazy shit. He's in there. He's Eva Marieing it up in there. And I don't know.
Mysterio.
Yeah, I'm here for it too. So but you could be the tipping point. You, the person listening to this right now. Oh, look around. Me? Who? Me? Yeah, you.
Huh?
You could be the person
Then
who
who?
literally makes it go from 8 to 9 and pushes Orange Cassidy deep into the finals where he belongs. You could be the one who says, Dom Mysterio, he my guy. Dirty Dom and me, baby. We're going
Did he
deep.
go on a deep run last year?
Yep.
Orange Cassidy did a deep ass run that one year.
That was a few years ago.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was
There's
crazy.
this shit happens, and guess what? It usually us predicting the future. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So, if you want to get involved, never a better time than right now. So, Mark Madness, and so patreon.com/ringwraithradio on that. Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. And finally, shout out to Daniel Hayden for his amazing work
Hold on.
Triple R.
Daniel Hayden as well, but Eliza, Easy B, Percasio, and Ed Proud. So just because the YouTube page, listen, the views, I believe, hopefully they will one day come, but they ain't coming right now. But, the idea is every one of them has stepped up and helped us out. So we're setting up the groundwork that maybe one day Mr. Beast will stumble across one of our videos and make us fucking rich or something. It might not work out, but I'll tell you what, we're going to have a hell of a lot of fun along the
Even if he
fucking
wants
way.
to make us do something like really fucked up and embarrassing like he does to people.
I ate
'cause it's funny,
shit.
That's fine.
I ate shit from a horse for fun. Imagine what I'll do for
That
money.
was you?
That was me. No, but
Diarrhea Don.
Diarrhea Don. That is hilarious. But yeah, the YouTube page. Thank you to those guys for helping out. We are putting out content. We're figuring out our rhythm a little bit. Trying to get into it in terms of what we're publishing on what days and stuff like that, and what's working and what's not working. We're recording a bunch of game stuff. So if you like video games, please reach out to us on ringrustradio@yahoo.com or reach out to me personally through whatever. I put stuff on Facebook now for us and Twitter for us. So reach out in any form or fashion. We're putting together 1 or 2 days a week maybe where we get together and do these multiplayer games because it was really fun to play Dead by Daylight with you guys last time. Except for Dante, it was great to just talk to you. But I'm already filling up, and they fill up really quick, so please reach out. This week's already filled up, so maybe next week. So reach out any way you can and let me know you want to play. We'll do cross-platform games. We'll do all kinds of cool stuff, and we'll record it. So, and then Daniel Hayden's got other stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, shout out to Ignite Wrestling Pro in Bournemouth, Hertfordshire, London, England. Check out at Ignite Wrestling Pro on Instagram and search Ignite Wrestling Pro on YouTube. Their next show is Full Throttle on Sunday, April 2nd. It's a family-friendly show with tickets on sale now, and you can use a link in the Instagram bio to purchase tickets.
Yeah, and also Lorraine Barr in Philadelphia. April 3rd, we got Quizzo, so please head down there if you're in Philadelphia early for WrestleMania weekend because he will be doing quiz stuff. There you go. That's my
Way to sell it.
Jimmy. I really fucking gave you my dick and balls on that one. I hope you enjoyed it, buddy.
We're doing quiz stuff.
Quiz stuff. Go there, baby.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
All right, BG, it's time for the greatest segment of the week, Dirt Sheet Busters. Even greater this week because Donald Wood is once again scared. He's seen his boy Dave Meltzer getting owned week after week. 2 of the worst weeks of Dave Meltzer's illustrious career as a wrestling journalist over the past 2 weeks. He was pretty terrible again this week, and Donnie, he couldn't take it, so he's not here. He ran away.
I thought you were going to say Dave Meltzer's life.
His life essentially is the same as he was writing since he was 2 years old, I heard.
That's true.
Yeah. He's terrible. But, Dirt Sheet Busters. I'm very excited. I'm hoping Donnie doesn't show up for the rest of the show, but we'll see how that goes.
That's always lovely.
We're going to start this one off with the Wrestling Observer Live, there's a total lack of accountability and leadership backstage in AEW. And you know what I like to call this, BG? This is what we call establishing a baseline. Sometimes they get it right. And this is one of those times, I feel like. Without having any inner knowledge, it's a gut feeling. Well, speaking on a recent episode of Wrestling Observer Live, Bryan Alvarez revealed growing resentment among the AEW roster. Here's the quote. I don't want to compare this to, like, WWE back in the day, but it is very, very much like that. But so you are 100% comparing it to
what
it
the hell?
when you say
and what does that even, like, mean? That
he's
like, as it implies, right, he's trying to shit on WWE in a way, but, like, you haven't established what that means.
Right, so it's an AEW issue, but I'm going
to shit on WWE. It is, so, yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's very, very much like that, and a lot of people are very frustrated because they don't find out the Tuesday before. Some people do. Some people will know what they're doing because there are a couple of matches usually advertised in advance. But most people are showing up the day of the show and finding out if they are doing anything or not. There's very little communication. I hear about this all the time. Some people don't want to do something, and Tony doesn't force them. There's a constant struggle of, will this person agree? If not, what's the alternative? Can we find a solution? The process of putting together these shows is filled with a lot of frustration. Wow, that sounds like poor leadership. That's why I tend to believe this one.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as, like, showing up and not knowing what you're doing that day, I would imagine in the wrestling industry, that's a lot of what it is.
Sure,
right?
because
you
and,
get
and
there
here's
and
the thing.
that's what you decided that day of what, alright, this is the plan.
Right, we talk about this all the time. Yeah, you want to advertise a couple things in advance, but, like, I was never a fan of, like, here's the whole fucking show that you're gonna get. Like, I'd rather some things be a surprise. I don't want to know everything that's happening, so,
absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something that happens.
I think that's the best type of show. Like, the Attitude Era, I feel like they'd advertise maybe a couple things, but it's like, alright, what are we getting into tonight? Don't know.
Right, that's my preference. Like, for next week's Raw, I think they advertise, like, 3 matches. I don't need to know anything else. That's fine.
Yeah,
good.
I agree.
Perfect. This was from Fightful Select. Kyle O'Reilly isn't joining the Undisputed Kingdom, per our eyes.
Oh, okay.
O'Reilly emerged with a fresh appearance, signaling that changes were on the horizon for him. I wouldn't call that a fresh appearance.
No, I would say a new appearance.
Sure, exactly. According to Fightful Select, there are other aspects of his character that will also undergo transformation. While many speculated that he would align himself with the Undisputed Kingdom faction, it appears that a different direction has been in the works for months. So, Fightful saw, they watched the pay-per-view, just like you and I. They saw Kyle O'Reilly show up with his fresh appearance. And he was offered a t-shirt for the Undisputed Kingdom, and he was like, nah, and he put it on Roddy's shoulder and left.
Wow.
So, I watched this, and if I had to come up with a report, if I just had to make one up, if I had to reach a quota of some kind, which I suspect this is in relation to, that might be a report I would come up with.
That's a great point, Mike. That's what Fightful Select always does, though.
Sure do. Hey.
Everything is after the fact.
Quantity over quality. This is from the Daily Mail.
That's AEW's motto, also.
That's a fact. That was a very long video. We made it just in under midnight because I had to cut off Sting's speech. This next is from Daily Mail. Here's your weekly lie about Drew McIntyre's WWE contract situation.
The Daily Mail's getting in on the game now, huh?
So, the guy who reported it for Daily Mail, I think he used to be somewhere else because I recognize his name, and now he's with Daily Mail. So, people will probably, like, fake think that it's reputable because it's Daily Mail, kind of like with the Sports Illustrated stuff, and you saw how that went. Although Better Wrestling Experience, that's BWE, that's Boozer Wrestling, had reported that Drew McIntyre had signed a new contract with WWE, it appears the two-time WWE champion is yet to put pen to paper on a new deal with the company. He could have electronically signed it, that's a thing.
Oh, that's a great point.
According to Alex McCarthy of Daily Mail, Drew McIntyre has not signed a new contract with WWE, and, I quote, talks aren't close to being finalized. Negotiations continue, however, and both sides are hopeful they'll be able to reach a deal before McIntyre's contract expires in April, shortly after WrestleMania 40. We've discussed this situation kind of ad nauseum, but it keeps coming up because every week there's a new quote-unquote report about McIntyre's contractual status. And, okay, so you're telling me he doesn't have an official sign deal in place.
Mm-hmm.
Even that's a little hard for me to believe, but I'll suspend my disbelief here and say, okay, maybe they haven't officially signed something, maybe they have a verbal agreement and they're moving forward with that. But to tell me that he's not close to re-signing, 0% chance I believe that, because you're not having a guy who's not close to re-signing or doesn't already have a deal in place. He's not going to beat your top babyface, Cody Rhodes, only the second person to beat him in a singles match since Cody returned. Him and Roman Reigns, that's the only people that beat him. You're not going to have him win the Elimination Chamber, and you're not going to have him be in one of the main events of WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship, and potentially win, by the way. And you're not going to give him tons of television time every Raw and essentially build the show around him. Unless you either have the deal signed or are very close to having it officially signed. So, I do not buy this. Not at all.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation because, they had the whole CM Punk thing 12 years ago, 13 years ago, 12 and a half years ago. Because at that point, right, it's that day, all right, what you going to do? And I'm going to make a decision. So I could see that happening, of course, right? It's not the first time.
The thing about that is that made it into a storyline. Like, his contract's not anything close to being part of the storyline.
What I find fascinating about all the McIntyre rumors is McIntyre went on record in an interview a couple months ago and talking about like his conversations with Triple H. It's like, oh, you see all all the speculation online, all the rumors online about the contract. No one knows what the fuck they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
When that came out, I was led to believe that he had already re-signed them.
Right. I mean,
so it's just fascinating that there's still all these rumors about his contract. It wouldn't put it past me that he hasn't signed yet, and that they're just he wants to see, all right, how are you going to use me? Triple H is doing everything he fucking can to make sure that he knows you're going to be used. I don't see why McIntyre at this point, I say this about Sasha, say this about Okada as well, especially Sasha. If you're looking at the landscape of wrestling right now, the hottest product is WWE. If you're McIntyre, you're the top heel next to Roman Reigns, essentially, right? So what's the purpose of even leaving?
Well, and if you have re-signed, I'd say it's close to a guarantee he's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, so why wouldn't you do that if that's, part of the package?
Yeah, and I think the bigger thing, even the more telling thing is every single week, almost daily online, is him badgering CM Punk and trolling CM Punk. And CM Punk is out for months. Like, why would you even bother continuing to do that unless CM Punk is like a special guest referee? And then if he screws him over, then you're still setting up, breadcrumbs for the future. So I would assume that he signs.
Themselves said they booked this where CM Punk's like, when I get back from my injury months from now, I'm coming after you. If he wasn't at least close to re-signing, that would not be said. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be said. Okay. This next one's from Ringside News. The Rock could do dozens of things at WrestleMania.
I guess so, but I honestly wouldn't even agree with that.
Oh.
I think there's like a handful of things that he could do.
He could walk. He could talk. He could wrestle.
All right, that's fair.
News surfaced earlier this week.
He can breathe.
He could have a fire gun. We've seen that before. News surfaced earlier this week disclosing proposed plans for a blockbuster matchup featuring Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins squaring off against Roman Reigns and The Rock on Night 1 at WrestleMania 40. Ringside News has confirmed, following discussions with a seasoned member of the WWE creative team, that this report holds some truth. I think it holds all the truth, actually, but... However, it's worth noting that this proposal is just one of many ideas being considered for WrestleMania 40 weekend involving The Rock. There are dozens of pitches. That's one of them, stated the creative team member. You're good. You're good, Ringside News. I'll give you credit. You're confirming what the pretty obvious path is here, but just in case it doesn't happen, you have a fake quote saying dozens of other things are also being considered. So, there's your out. Smart.
It's unbelievable.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Mm-hmm.
This is from Wrestling Observer Radio, and BG, you sent this to me earlier, I think, or maybe yesterday.
Yeah.
Meltz had to be told that The Rock wasn't going to take the entire 2-hour SmackDown to himself. Had to get confirmation on that. Dave Meltzer, in a recent episode on Wrestling Observer Radio, has stated that even though the Great One is a member of the board, he cannot be given a lot of time from a 2-hour show. he absolutely was given a lot of time for a 2-hour show. Okay. However, to intensify the rivalry, the things he said were clearly needed. This was the reason the Hollywood star released a video on his social media handles. Here's the quote from Meltz. So I woke up on Friday morning and I'd seen messages that he did this promo because they weren't going to give them enough time on SmackDown. By the way, I hope that what happened was, like, people were, like, telling him this, and he's, like, very wary of whether it's real. Like, are you sure this isn't a promo from 20 years ago? I don't want to get tricked again. I said, that's ridiculous. Rock can get as much time as he wants. I mean, who's going to say, hey, we'd rather run a 5-minute Austin Theory match, or we can let Rock be on for 5 more minutes and all that. I love that he's saying all this, yet when WWE, like, has a long segment with, like, someone like The Rock and they have to cut something, he cries with all his minions.
Yep, absolutely.
It's very weird. So I checked with somebody who I know was over there pretty high up. I said, there's a story going around. I know it's bullshit. And they go, it ain't bullshit because he can't get as much time as he wants. This isn't working this way. I think within reason, The Rock could get all the time he wants. Obviously, they're not going to give him the whole fucking 2 hours, but what was it before something happened after that first segment? 40 minutes?
Seriously.
When you could take in commercial breaks? So The Rock, within reason, can get a ton of time.
Yeah, the Bloodline got 40 minutes of the show, of a 2-hour show.
Right.
I'm pretty sure he got about half of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done that before, though. He's had 20-minute segments. I mean, it's not uncommon for The Rock to have 20-minute segments.
Right. Here's the Rock wasn't going to get an hour. He wasn't going to get half the show to do it, so his 20-minute promo where he explained a lot of things made sense. But, like, the rationale that he's giving here, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Also, that's been The Rock's MO since social media has happened. He's one of the biggest stars on social media. It's because he does things like that. He does that all the time.
For movies, for appearances, not just for wrestling.
Movies, appearances, Zoa, Under Armour, all in the gym. He's always clanging and banging. He puts videos up at fucking 3 a.m. Like, he's wild. And that's that's part of the whole shtick of The Rock is he does that.
Right.
And so it was not surprising. I mean, it was a little surprising, a 21-minute video.
Right.
But it was incredible, and it was produced. I mean, they got clips from fucking Busted Open Radio. They had splices of the product in there. So it wasn't just him cutting a promo. It was a produced video.
And The Rock's different.
It generates interest.
Yeah, and The Rock's different from, like, a normal wrestler. If a normal wrestler does that, then it might get buried and people might not see it. But The Rock has, I don't know how many followers across all of social media, 100 million, something like that. So people are going to see that more so than they're even going to see the show, to be honest with you. So for him, it makes sense to do that.
My thing with this is, I wish he did get 2 hours of SmackDown.
I mean,
to be honest, because that first 40 minutes was far more gripping. Listen, SmackDown was good, but like, I think it would be so memorable if one time it was just 2 hours of the Bloodline fucking cutting a promo and him just destroying people.
Could you imagine how much people would cry about that? I would love it, of course.
I would love that. And honestly, if you went to a SmackDown, right, and that's what you got, like, you didn't even get a match, I don't even think you're upset.
No, I wouldn't be, but the people that would be upset are the people that don't even like the product anyways, because the whole, it's getting worse and worse, the tribalism, it really is, because, like, anytime, like, fucking stopwatches for how long, like, the matches and how many matches there are on a Raw or a SmackDown, it's like, I understand, it's like, oh, you don't want to see wrestling, you're not even a wrestling fan. It's like, no, I want to see wrestling, and I want to see building of bigger stories for bigger events for the future. I want to see everything. That's kind of the point of pro wrestling. It's, it's a variety show, but whatever. You ready for the coup de grace?
I'm ready.
It's from Wrestling Observer Newsletter. John Cena might do something at WrestleMania.
Really?
Hope you don't want to know what it is.
I don't want to know what it is.
Okay, well, hey, I'm not going to spoil you then, I'll tell you that. A new update on Wrestling Observer Newsletter gives a clear view of Cena's status. No, it doesn't. I promise you that. Very murky view, at best. As per the report, Cena is set to film the second season of Peacemaker very soon. While his WrestleMania status is not out in the oblivion yet, it all depends on his Hollywood schedule. Great writing. Here's the quote from Meltz. Cena will soon be filming a second season of Peacemaker. I like how he said soon because he has no idea when it's actually going to happen. There has been some talk about Cena at Mania. It's basically up to his acting schedule and if there is something going on. If there is, he may appear but couldn't do anything that would be deemed a risk. We were told that if he does appear, the idea is to do something fun, short, and memorable, and with substance.
Nice.
Wow.
Good for him.
Thanks for that information. Thanks for that.
That's the goal every night, right, Mike?
Yeah, to do something with substance and memorable. Honestly.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say for the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania, they're going to have arguably their biggest star
Yes.
at the show in some capacity.
And I love how he
Like,
did this
and-
with The Rock all the time too. It's like, yeah, he might be on, he might not. It depends on his acting
Right.
schedule. It's like, yeah, we know that.
Right,
already
he's an
know.
actor, we get it. But it's like, WrestleMania is a 2-day show now. Cena's gonna fucking fly in for a fucking Saturday night or Sunday night to fucking make sure he's there. Like, that's what he fucking does.
Yeah, I have to imagine he'll be involved. Like, even if it's just like, I think it was WrestleMania 35 where he did like the rap battle thing with Elias or like some kind of segment like that.
hmm
That's my expectation, even if he doesn't wrestle.
Yeah, you know, I'm like, sometimes you need to let people know you're still in the game.
Mhm.
And that's what that report was.
How could I forget that he's in the game? Unfortunately.
Mhm.
BG, how do you think we did? Ooh, ah! WrestleMania. We're gonna be there.
Hell yeah.
I dedicate this to the throwbacks. Like Cena's shirt in 06, ECW, one night stand, I won't hold back. Like Taker and Batista battle in the backlash, 07 to one man stand. We'll bring it back to the days of Lord Alfred Hayes, Hall and Nash and Wade, Hollywood drops the lead. They say the days of old are the best though. That's why we bring to you Ring Rust Retro. Let's go.
Alright guys, time for another edition of Ring Rust Retro. This time, we're bending the rules with George Cruz. Did you like Jamie Kennedy? When
No.
he said,
No.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me, right?
No.
I did. I thought Malibu's Most Wanted was kind of funny.
I liked
No.
Malibu's Most Wanted a little bit.
Right?
No.
Edge. Adam Copeland is most call him now.
Most
Cope.
don't.
He's a good wrestler, right? Top tier stuff, right?
Great wrestler.
Did you, let me follow that up with, did you like Lethal Weapon? Did you like Beverly Hills Cop?
I did like
Nothing
those.
like those
Did you
things.
like Beverly Hills Cop?
Yeah.
What if I told you that I could make them the worst ever? Would you be interested? Because now you have been in the rules.
I just want to put this out there, okay?
WWE Studios made the worst movies of all time for a period of
George
time now.
Cruz
This is-
claimed that we influenced him to do this,
Mhm.
which
That's
is not the
bullshit.
case.
And how's that?
He's like, oh, wasn't Edge in a buddy cop movie? And we're like, and I looked it up. It was, yeah, bending the rules.
Mhm.
And then we're like, do you want to give us, because he wouldn't give us a retro for like days and days. We're asking him. And eventually he's like, yeah, just do that. And he claims that we had him choose this. That was not the case.
Okay.
He chose this on his own accord.
So basically what you're saying is you guys did this.
No, George did this. This is George's fault.
This is what happens when I'm not in group chats. And you know what? I'll take it.
You can take
Well,
my
I'll
spot.
take it. I'd rather have this than that.
We'll both trade our spots for you.
I already messaged you on the side. We just all had.
No, but now it's a group chat.
Yeah.
We're just not in it. Because this movie fucking blew.
Nah.
This is one of the worst movies I've ever watched.
And I knew it
Honestly,
was gonna
thank
blow
you.
because I don't like Jamie Kennedy. I like Edge. I'm
Well, here's the
perfectly fine
thing.
watching him
Jamie
in a movie.
Kennedy, I did like Malibu's Most Wanted, but like, he was trying to be funny in that movie. He didn't like make an effort to be funny in this movie, which is kind of like his whole thing.
I
Just
don't
to
know,
try to
you
be
could have
funny.
stopped that and make an effort.
Yeah.
This movie sucked. I think that
I couldn't even tell you. I watched the movie. Could not tell you what the plot of this movie is.
The
I
plot
got the
is
plot of it.
incredibly complex for a movie so bad.
honestly,
What
I
I
got.
gathered is that Edge is kind of like a corrupt cop Jamie Kennedy.
No, he's not a corrupt cop. He's a cop who does things the wrong way sometimes for the right reasons.
He's been in the rules.
He's been in the rules, Mike.
Guys, I'm gonna try my best to explain it as we go.
Yeah, let's not ruin. Let's not spoil it, Beej.
Oh,
Let's get into it because Mike definitely. I know Mike makes like 10 poll things here, so we cannot ruin this for him.
What?
You make 10 poll, like you make points, like outline points that you're gonna like lean on to get you through this.
Facts. I thought you said I make 10 polls. I don't know what that
was.
was.
Yo, you got a 4.5-inch motherfucking poll. That's easy.
10 of them.
10 of them.
Then in the rules, 2012. You know it's gonna be a good movie when that WWE Studios logo showed at the start.
You know what?
So
movie?
you had some good movies.
Did we ever watch See No Evil?
No.
No.
That's one that I would like someone.
There
to
was
do.
one that like Wade Barrett was in. That I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Well, he was like a
I never
street
saw it, but
fighter,
I
right?
Like Colin Farrell, I think.
He was like a
really
street
good.
fighter or something. Yeah.
I think he has like a bit part in the movie, Wade Barrett, but he's in it.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like I said, there's a lot of. I'm good with the shitty movies because this movie was like, you know me. Sometimes I like a movie that's so bad that it's good.
Yeah,
like,
I have no problem with that. This wasn't it.
Did you ever see The Birds? Looking back now, The Birds was made in like the 60s.
Alfred Hitchcock?
Yes. And it's like so cheesy and awful, but you're just laughing and having a good time along the way. That's not this. That's
I
this.
was mad along the way.
Oh yeah, actively, because it feels like I was giving more effort watching than they were acting.
I'll say this: at least it was only like an hour and 20 minutes. At least that's the best thing. I'm
positive that WWE Studios was a cover for embezzling money for a period of time. I'm positive of it.
So Edge is a New Orleans cop who wears a Hawaiian shirt and Mardi Gras beads and smokes a cigar.
I love New Orleans, though, for the record.
That was awesome.
The streets of New Orleans were insanely desolate compared to what we witnessed.
Yeah, it's very packed there all the times, yes.
Yeah. He tripped up some dude named Gil running down the street and arrested him. Then another dude showed up in a ski mask and threatened to shoot him. Edge said he looked like he needed a hug, and the guy ran away, calling him crazy. That's not how the world works.
No,
he would have shot him in the face.
He would have shot him in the belly and then stood there and watched him die and talked a little shit and then been like, "Hey, I'm also video recording this now."
Edge always trying to hug people. Christian should not watch this. He might get some ideas.
The guy basically said, "Fuck off. Go fuck yourself."
Jamie Kennedy fell upon hard times in 2012 and played the assistant DA in this movie.
Oof.
He was trying to get Edge thrown off the force or some shit due to his vigilante attitude.
Okay.
Or, as we'll learn later, stealing money.
I wrote here, at this point, that everything in this movie is a fucking shitty cliche. Later on in the movie, he literally says, "You're a walking cliche." And I literally said, "You're just referencing what I just said here." But it really is. They took every element of the buddy cop like genre, every trope of it, put it in this movie, and that was all they had. We barely had any filler between them.
Jamie Kennedy's wife left him on his birthday, deservedly.
But that car rocks. That car rocks.
Yeah, the Studebaker.
Yeah, it's a Studebaker. It's beautiful.
And then there was a mistrial in the Edge trial, so for now, he got away with whatever he did.
Yeah.
He's very suave.
He planted drugs on someone like a piece of shit. Maybe he is a real bad cop. I don't know.
He apparently skimmed some money, and then this other guy's like, he got drunk at a bar and took it too far, whatever that means. That sounds really bad. Took it too far.
Sounds like a country song. I got drunk in a bar. I took it too far, and now she's gone.
Okay.
Can you write that down? That's pretty fucking good. Are you serious?
It sounds like
Give me my fucking bass.
It sounds like sexual assault. You don't want to do that.
That's not sexual assault, because she was okay with it.
The cops hate Jamie Kennedy for taking aim at Edge, so they pulled him over and tased him.
They make his life a living fucking hell. Let's be shooting honest here, but yeah, they do hate him.
This
you probably lose
police
your job
stuff is
and go to
way
jail.
too realistic.
Yeah, the police stuff is realistic. It really is.
Jamie Kennedy's 1957 Studebaker Golden Hawk got stolen. Police aren't being helpful, so Edge is starting to feel kind of bad for him.
Yep. Because you know why? You know why? 'Cause he's still a good guy. Deep inside his heart, even after all these years of being a cop, working the beat, and like every other fucking movie in this fucking genre. I'm getting these, literally just, he's like, I'm getting aged for this stuff. He won't say the words, but it's the same shit.
That Gil guy was released from custody, and somehow no one has any record of him being in jail, so there's a mole inside the force. BG, only thing I pop for in this godforsaken movie, Jamie Kennedy's dad is Bookman from Seinfeld.
Yeah, so for a split second, I thought the Seinfeld library cop in the bed was Pat Patterson.
That's a wrestling tie, because he thought it was Pat. Didn't we have a movie where he thought a guy was a guy, and that made us watch it?
That was George!
That was George in the Christmas movie party or something? Yep.
Anna Jay's like 20 years old, and the movie was from like 5 years ago. So this shit's confusing. Jamie Kennedy's mom and dad went to his house, and his dad locked himself in a room with a gun and threatened to kill himself.
Yes.
And then Edge showed up and stopped him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did all this happen? I don't know, to this day.
Yeah.
It didn't.
Honestly, dude, because you're building sympathy to the character.
Yeah. The dad has cancer, apparently, too.
Yes. So. Yeah. Listen, you got the sympathy thing working for me. You've now taken his wife away, his children away, his car away. You have his dad wants to blow his head off.
No, we learn later that the car situation doesn't make sense either.
But. No, but you know, at this moment, he's down bad. You know what I mean?
So this Gil guy, we think, is running a car stealing ring, and Jamie Kennedy's car was on the list. But actually, this list that he was carrying around, it's a hit list put out by some dude named Willie Van Bieber.
Yep. Justin's uncle.
Justin's uncle, who Jamie Kennedy got locked up and put on death row. Apparently a sensei from some martial arts class was on it because a meter maid shot him and stuffed him in his own trunk. I didn't understand this part either.
Mike, I'm really having a problem with you right now. I'm failing to see what you're confused about. This is like he put away a criminal. Now the criminal's on death row using up all his last favors to get these people killed, obviously.
Why did he get the sensei killed? That was never explained.
Because it was just showing that he's willing and able to do it, so now Jamie Kennedy better watch the fuck out.
I don't think that's what it was showing.
Maybe he fucking touched him as a kid. I don't know.
Edge planted a gun on someone to get information. Jamie Kennedy was mad because there's rules in life, and then Edge is like, you never bent the rules? Get it?
Holy shit.
Rules?
Wow.
Listen, guys, hold up. I know we don't really name the films until we're kind of in the middle of it, but hold on. What if we call it Bending the Rules? But not bending, bend in. With like an apostrophe.
I think they named it Bending.
Yeah, I think it's bending.
But they took that from me, and they changed it just slightly.
Yeah, it's bending.
Edge found Gil, but his wife jumped him, and then they handcuffed him. He was living in a trailer at a fucking driving range or something. I don't fucking know.
Very strange.
Listen, where else would you live when you're down on hard times?
Edge eats his bullet right to the
Jamie Kennedy shows up with a gun and accidentally shoots Edge in the elbow, and then Gil and his wife ran away.
You know, Mike, I hope that scar tissue helps him in AEW because it can get a lot worse than the bullets that go on there.
Yikes. They'll make him work through it.
They're going to use fucking real glass, I'll tell you that much now.
Real glass? Edge is divorced and claimed he stole money to pay alimony and child support. Walked out on his family like he walked out on WWE.
Yikes.
Holy shit, yeah, I agree now. Oh yeah, dude, it's awesome. The lengths to go.
Gil kidnaps this Rosalind lady who works with Jamie Kennedy, and they were building up like she wanted to bang Jamie Kennedy. Okay?
Oh yeah, that was you know when you watch a movie you're like they're gonna fuck.
Exactly.
Right. That was a turn and be like they're fucking.
Turns out Jamie Kennedy bangs nobody. He gets divorced and nobody wants it.
Nope. She's like, yo,
Edge wants him.
Yeah, Edge wants him.
So Gil kidnaps this Rosalind lady to try to trade her for the list, but it turns out she's crooked, and she's that Van Bieber guy's daughter. So she shoots Gil, and then she holds Edge at gunpoint. You following me?
This shit was wild.
Yeah.
This was a double turn.
Mm.
I wasn't expecting.
There's
unnecessary. It's like Big Show turn, where that's the feeling I had here. I was like, ugh.
There's also a lady cop who wants to bang Edge, and she shows up with Jamie Kennedy. Okay.
You know, respect to that cop.
I also respect that cop because you didn't even see it, but Jamie Kennedy actually porked her beforehand.
Oh shit.
And that was where you're wrong. So you said he didn't get laid, but he's going to get laid the whole time. That's why he's late to everything.
And then Edge's buddy shows up with backup, and he owns like a donut shop or some shit. And there's a huge shootout. Everyone gets shot and killed except Edge and Jamie Kennedy. And the lady cop got shot, but she was wearing a bulletproof vest, so she was fine. And Edge shoots this Rosalind lady dead, okay?
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Edge did not seem to care that his buddy showed up to help him and got smoked, by the way.
Well,
Lack of loyalty, art imitating life.
Yo, it is wild to hear you talk sometimes. It is. It really is, dude.
Okay, now they find the car.
Can I say something to you?
Okay.
I play the bad guy on the show, but you're the actual bad guy. For the record. Like, when I'm reasonable, I come to the middle, and you're like, when you're pretending, you stay in the middle. You know what I mean? You pretend you're in the middle.
Nobody's buying what you're selling here.
Go on. Everyone knows the fucking truth, man. Holy shit. Go ahead.
They find the car, and it's parked in a parking garage, and still to this moment, I don't know why, but the dad knew about this and had it parked there.
Yeah,
I don't understand
he wanted to take care of it. It was an accident the whole time. Also, a bunch of homeless men smeared their balls on the doors. Dirty Mike and the fuck bunch. Remember what movie was that? The Other Guys. Remember? He's like, hey, we're Dirty Mike and the fuck bunch. Hey, did you guys break in my car and fuck in my car? He said, guys, he's on one. Smear your dicks on his car.
Now that's a good movie.
Yeah, that's a very
great movie.
Yeah.
So they find the car, but the meter maid murderer, he shows up and he tries to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Edge's choice here is to drive head on into this guy who's driving a truck, and somehow Edge and Jamie Kennedy are fine, but the meter maid, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't understand this one.
It seemed like the truck would have won this battle.
Studebaker, brother.
I don't think it would have
felt
won.
devastated for the Hall.
Why didn't Edge just shoot the guy?
It takes a lot more time.
It doesn't. I would have been
less time.
I would have been so mad. I'd be like, "Don't you play Grand Theft Auto?" I'd be like, "Don't you play Grand Theft Auto? You could have shot him through the fucking front window."
Exactly.
Like, dude, what is your problem, dickhead?
It turns out Jamie Kennedy thought the dad was gonna be mad because he was like obsessed with the fucking car, wanted to bang it or whatever if he could. But the dad wasn't mad, and then he bonded with Jamie Kennedy. And then at the end of the movie, Jamie Kennedy declined to pursue a new trial against Edge and went to bat for him to get his job back.
Yep.
The end.
The end. Did a dad?
This sucked. This was needlessly complicated.
I mean this. I hated this. I hated every second of it. I had more fun thinking of the funny ways this movie could have gone than I did. I was watching this movie being like, they could have done this and it would have been funny. Or they could have done that and it would have been good. Like, in any way.
If I had seen this movie before Edge went to AEW, I wouldn't have been as depressed.
That's fantastic. I'm glad this could make you this unhappy. George, it worked.
He does purposely do this stuff.
I know, it's great. I'm here for it. You deserve it. Again, like I said, I play the bad guy on here. I play the bad guy on here, but everyone knows in real life, I'm the calm, cool, collected one. You truly are. You truly are the shit money mark.
This is
real
real life.
Shit money marks. This is why it's real life. It's my real life, man. Tuesday nights, baby.
You're yelling it.
This won't be outdated by the time it airs. Poor Sonny. BJ, give the movie a star rating.
Well, I have no idea what this movie accomplished. I'll give it a 5 out of 10 just because I love Edge.
His name's
That's way too high.
His name's Adam Copeland, dude.
1 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it I'll give it a 1 out of 10 too. This legitimately is. Mike, we've been doing this for a long time now. BJ, we've watched hundreds of movies, maybe 100 movies, maybe 100 movies.
There'll be not hundreds.
Okay, we've watched a lot. I've watched more movies in the last couple of years because of this than I ever.
Oh, I guess maybe.
I don't know. But all I know is that this had to be one of the worst. And when I mean one of the worst, it was like, not just was it was bad, but there were very few redeeming qualities, if any at all. that made it like at least like with like Monster Bash and stuff, whatever that movie was. Like that,
I like that one. That was
like
fun.
that was silly, but like was it good? Maybe not, but at least I
It wasn't
always
good, but at
always,
least you could get some enjoyment out of it.
yeah, I always remember it. Like this, I will unless someone references this movie, I will never think of this again. Like it just doesn't need. It didn't do anything. It didn't make an impression on me at all. Like at least with Dean Ambrose's fucking movie, it was like there was that one part
I
that
like
was
that
really
movie.
cool. Like you know what I mean? Like there was something memorable. This has nothing, dude.
Dean Ambrose killed the guy by staring at like a rear view fucking mirror with like a fucking.
Yeah, we know you want to fuck
Air
John Moxley,
canister
dude.
on
We
the
got
ground.
It, dude. We got it.
That was a great scene.
BJ, tell someone how they can make us watch something that sucks.
Patreon.com, well, hopefully it's something good, but patreon.com/ringrustradio. Donate to our retro tier, then email us, ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Anything with a wrestler involved, we'll cover it.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
What?
Yeah, boy. All right, well, it's time for us to move on then. All right, guys, fantasy standings.
You're back?
No, I didn't show up for that shit. Nah, I had to take a shit.
Boo.
I had to take a shit, and it was better.
Dave got owned. You missed the baseline, by the way.
Oh, really? That sucks. Yeah. I figured on and listen, on the day of Sting's wedding, you did that shit, so I don't think so, dude. Not on my
Sting's wedding.
Godfather references. Brandon Galvin's like, I understand that.
Oh, I thought you were referencing when CM Punk got fired on his wedding day.
No, it was on the day of my daughter's wedding. But I thought
I got you.
Yeah, okay. Let's get into fantasy standings since no one cares.
In last place, 14th with -40, Tyler Sutton.
Who picked that team?
I still don't know. I want to say you though.
I don't think I did. Me and Panda. Was Tyler here?
I don't remember.
I feel like you did it and you're misremembering on purpose.
I promise you I didn't. I drafted 3 teams.
Let's say BJ did it.
Okay.
I didn't do it.
Well, I know what team he
We
did
know that.
draft. In 13th with -25, BG.
I mean, listen, if I was a police officer, the evidence is there.
You'd be like one of those serial killer finding cops.
Hey, I think it's suicide. It's like, no, he was stabbed 20 times. Yeah, he kept slipping. It's icy outside.
Oh, you're his 7-year-old boyfriend? Nothing to see here.
Attention horrors. Go check it out. Support us.
In 12th with -15, Derek Lee.
He's fucking asshole. He's not showing up as much anymore. Sucks.
He got too highbrow with his picks, you know? That's what's happened.
He likes a podcast that's a little less known.
That's probably true. That's probably true. It's hard to get less known than that.
I know. It's just the three of us.
He likes the 14s. In 11th with 2.5, James Dick. He's over the wood line.
It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm not the Mendoza line of this fucking life.
Tie for 9th with 10, Alex Pandolfi and Skeeter.
He's a good man. He and I are we're the Ghost Guys. That's our official team name.
The Ghostbusters?
No, the Ghost Guys.
Oh. That's way more creative.
GG, just 2 GGs, dude. You think it's a good game, but it's actually Ghost Guys. I'm fucking pretty hip now, dude. BJ, you keen on all this fucking game shit I'm into now? I'm a bigger gamer than you are now, nerd. Ha!
You're definitely a bigger gamer.
Cinnamon's like, yeah, Dad, where you at, Dad?
In 8th with 30, Leon CK.
Yeah, Leon. BJ, real quick, how's it feel to be a year older? You look like shit.
I feel like shit.
You sound like shit, too. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. Before I proceed, Don, you see David Bixen's fan things from this week?
I didn't. I didn't see anything. I've told you, I'm off it all, man.
That shit was wild.
So people were, as people do before wrestling pay-per-views, particularly AEW pay-per-views, there's a lot of, like, fun jokes on Twitter, like, hey, don't forget your fucking deodorant and to wash your ass today before you go to the pay-per-view.
Honestly, it's the same rule for
Wow.
jiu-jitsu. I mean, that's literally the first thing they tell you is don't be stinky.
Really, for anything, it should be that.
It really should be for anything. Thank
But-
you.
But if you're taking a shower and putting on deodorant, then this should not offend you. You should be like, that's great, that's funny, I love it.
Yeah, for real.
But Bix had to chime in, and he's like, what are you talking about? I never see smelling horrible things when I go to wrestling shows. And if I do smell it, it's not because deodorant. That's not going to fix it. It's because they don't wipe themselves properly when they shit. He went on this fucking rant on Twitter.
And if anyone knows shit in their butt crack.
He's the guy that shit your pants. He's like, no, that wasn't me. I was not the person. And he gives a really detailed account who was low on electrolytes and passed out. It's like, how do you know the specifics of it if it wasn't you?
The lady doth protest too much, Mike, I think. Me thinketh.
It was unreal. It was unreal.
Holy shit. You shit yourself one fucking time, and now you're the butt of the jokes, dude? Come on, dude.
Bix protected his account.
He blocked me a long time ago.
Did you know that there's a David Bixenspan parody account?
No, that's hilarious, though.
That's how he got a check mark in the first place. I think that's stupid. Don't ever give people credence by doing a parody account. That's what they did to me. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, they did 2 tweets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guess what? I think that got me the check mark.
In 7th with 30.
Real quick. I'm an unheralded hero. I quit Twitter as soon as they gave me the check mark because I knew the whole system was fucked if they gave it to me. So I quit it. I was on the fucking cutting edge of that shit.
Wow, good for you.
In 7th with 37.5, Donald Wood.
There we go. Heroes. Not all of them wear capes.
Some of them wear wallet chains.
and leather jackets with the sleeves cut off. Vroom, vroom.
Tie for 5th with 55, Angel Meza and George Cruz.
There you go. It's a
Did
spicy.
You vroom, vroom?
Or as Donnie says, which one are you?
I call it Dante and Dante.
Hedging your bets. You get one of them right.
Got them both wrong. And yes, I did vroom vroom.
In 4th was 60, Reggie Gill.
It's a big fat 60.
In 3rd with 85, Stephanie Kordick.
I picked that team. And tie for first. 2 other teams to pick.
Well, it's not time for first, but
I just sent you guys a text.
This is about David Bixby.
Say it with your chest, dude.
Sure is.
In 2nd with 90, Big Money Mike.
Wow.
And in 1st with 95, Jim Del Chapo. So only 10 points separating 1st from 3rd. Come down to the wire.
Okay, this is pretty funny. Oh shit! Yeah. They don't know I shit my pants meme, and then it said the guy in the corner saw the shit, and the other guy says, "Oh my god, he has diarrhea going down his leg." They know the whole time. They know the whole time. God, it's hilarious. Electrolytes or whatever. Alright guys, emails time, ringroastradio@yahoo.com. Allegedly, I don't know if he shit his pants, I don't even care. It's alleged. Someone's accused.
We're gonna get to the bottom of it.
And I gotta tell you the truth, he confirmed someone shit their pants. That's not even an allegation. Someone on that day, he was
shitting of pants.
I'm pretty sure he was front row for pants shitting. It's whether it was him or another man. That's what we're working on. Or woman, we don't know. It doesn't matter either. So we're gonna find out who shit their pants because that's what people want from Ring Roast Radio. We're gonna do no legwork. But if I see him in Philly, I promise you, if I see David Bixenspan in Philadelphia, on my fucking heart, I'll ask him if he shit his pants to his face.
I have no doubts about that.
I'll be like, dude, did you shit your pants or no? Tell me right away. I'll bum rush him. I'm gonna fucking, gotcha journalism? I'm just be like, David Bixenspan, you shit your pants? Huh? Did you shit your pants, boy? You're way smarter than I thought. Let me get down a little lower. Did you shit your pants?
If he hesitates at all, you know it's yes.
Got him. That's what it's about. Ring Roast
Radio journalism. That's
got him. We do got him journalism. Okay, Mike Chiari, ringroastradio@yahoo.com. Short, sweet, pretty. What we're talking about, exactly what we're talking about. First email, please.
This is from Randy Macho Man Savage Hammond. Subject: WWE Hall of Fame Class of 2024. This is a long email. So
oh my God! Yeah, I always used to say, don't apologize for length, but you should definitely be apologizing for this.
And this was sent before the first inductee was announced, so timely. Nice. What's up, you rusty bastards? First time, long time. You know the drill. It's March, which means I've been back on my wrestling bullshit, which includes Ring Rust Radio.
Hell yeah. Thank you,
definitely
Randy.
Bullshit. I have a couple of different topics I wanted to ask you guys about, but I'll save the other for a week closer to Mania. What's the deal with the Hall of Fame?
What's going on?
When are they announcing this year's class? I think they need to go all out for 2024. It's 20 years of consistently doing classes every year, and it's in Philly. Say you want about Philly, it's one of the worst, most disgusting and vile places on earth with the biggest loser fans of sports teams out there.
So
But
true.
you have to give it to them. They love the wrestling.
I mean,
So-
I will say this.
What a compliment.
True and also not true. You're being a jerk.
That's all you got?
Yeah, that's all I got. I mean, what am I supposed to say that? A lot of it's true. I'm going to take you to parts of Philadelphia. You're like, is this what you're doing? You're like, listen,
Please don't.
we got to
Yeah,
drive
no.
through these areas to get to other areas. You know what I mean?
Oh.
God.
All right.
Yep.
So here's the
Okay, that
class.
was-
I'm literally going to be like, Mike, can you go out here? You got to grab a VHS tape from that guy
No.
for me. And you're like, VHS tape? Why? I'm like, "Arr! He said you have Home Alone?
Here's the class Randy would do. Bray Wyatt with Bo Dallas inducting. IRS with Jimmy Hart inducting. Sabu with RVD inducting. Tommy Dreamer with Rhino inducting. Paul Heyman with CM Punk or Roman Reigns inducting. Stephanie McMahon with Triple H inducting. And Batista with John Cena inducting. I don't have any guesses for Warrior Award or Celebrity, but I think that hits with Bray and his dad going in. You pay homage to the ECW history in the city and have some real star power / legends with Steph and Batista. What do you guys think?
Can I jump
I'd
in
love to hear-
real quick, to Stephanie McMahon? I don't think so, brother.
I don't think so.
I don't think so,
Well, she's
brother.
not going in, but she should at some point.
Yeah. She should go in jail.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she
I'd love
knew
to
about
hear
a
your
rape
ideal
and said
classes
nothing,
for
maybe,
this year.
allegedly?
Thanks for what? Basically a decade of content entertainment at this point?
More than that, buddy.
Yeah,
Yep,
try
more
it.
than that.
Yeah.
We are
Is
getting
this
old.
13
Oh, well.
years? We're almost
Bring Russ?
11. It's 13 years, dude. We're a teenager now.
Well, this summer will be 13.
Whatever, dude. We're almost
Terrible.
fucking 13 of them. Will you ask
Did you
me?
get his email?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, class.
I said, Stephanie McMahon is a no. The Hall of Fame is a joke, so who really gives a fuck about any of this? And I would lean heavily on Bray Wyatt as the cornerstone, and then I would go with ECW guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then fucking Francine.
Yeah.
You gotta do a lady.
Wow.
Gotta do a lady.
That's
Oh
what,
my
act
God.
like it's not what they really do. Act like I'm the fucking bad guy, because they're like,
You are
hey,
the bad guy.
we got like fucking, who was last year? Which lady went in last year? Exactly.
Keebler?
Exactly, dude. You think Stacy Keebler deserves it over fucking any of the other people who we want to go in? Come on.
Yeah.
You're very stupid, dude.
I'll go.
Yeah, sure.
I tried to keep it realistic because I feel like the last couple of years I've had less people go in.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be like fucking 8 people. They don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I have Paul Heyman, obviously, he's already in.
Mhm.
Raven, Victoria, Cyndi Lauper as the celebrity,
She's
and
not in.
Cyndi Lauper?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe so. And for Warrior Award, I did Draws because he passed away this year. I will say, usually whoever the headliner is, they announce them first. So
Mm-hmm.
unless they do Bray as like Warrior Award and like tie that in, I don't think he's going in this year.
Mm.
That's just my take on it.
That's
I think Paul
bullshit.
Heyman's going to be the cornerstone for this year.
I can still see Bray being in because he's passed.
What about Bray and fucking Brody?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know what I mean? Do them together and have, I don't think they're going to induct IRS. Let IRS be the one who fucking comes out and talks for them.
Eric Rowan.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
You
let's
know,
put Eric Rowan in.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I'm saying he can induct them.
Yeah, I know what you were saying. He's wrong.
Yeah.
The words he said.
So I have a list of people who I think could be options here. I agree with Mike about
Rapid
Victoria
fire me.
because she did a lot of hardcore stuff for WWE at that time, so I feel like they could play it up with. the
Listen,
ECW
Philadelphia's
stuff.
not a one-note fucking pony, okay?
It is.
We fucking...
I'm gonna say Jazz, Mickey James, and Gail Kim are options. For the celebrity, Stephen Amell, maybe, because Cody's main eventing WrestleMania twice. Potentially Dreamer, Two Cold Scorpio, Rhino, Tajiri, William Regal are my options.
William Regal would be fun. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I thought
I
about it too.
don't know if he would agree to it.
Rib him.
yet,
Just say it's
but
fucking, just do it surprise. Be like, also, guess what? You're up next. You're presenting, and then when he gets up there, they're like, you're in the Hall of Fame, dummy. We knew you wouldn't agree to it, but blam. Because honestly, of all the people who would have an amazing speech on the fly, William
Yeah.
Regal would have an amazing speech on the fly.
That's right.
All right, next email. That's a great email. Really long.
That was a great
Yeah.
email. Next email comes from Matt Bowers of Pain, subject is favorites. Hello, my dearest Rusty Ring Boys.
That sounds
Who is it?
disgusting. That
Yeah,
sounds legitimately
absolutely.
disgusting. Pat Patterson's like, I did them my way.
Who was a wrestler you were super excited about that you ended up not liking? Then, to follow up, who was a wrestler that you weren't excited about that you ended up liking?
I got one answer that surprisingly fits both of these.
That doesn't make any sense,
Uh-huh.
really.
Mr. Kennedy. When Mr. Kennedy came in WWE, super excited about him, but then I kind of like, it was like, by the end, right? But then he went to TNA. And I was like, hey, Anderson, I'm hitting the microphone drops and shit like that, dude. I'm fucking telling you what. And Mike, you know me? That's actually true, 100%. That's not even a troll. I
I
legitimately.
remember you getting hyped for Mr. Anderson when he was, like, lured into aces and eights through the promise of hookers.
Yeah, guess what?
Amazing.
He's basically, it's a hero's tale. You're
He's like,
describing.
I don't really know if I want to join. And then they're like,
Levi's like, well, what
"How
about
now?"
these
And he's like,
titties?
I'm in.
They're like, we got drugs, alcohol, and titties. And he's like, okay.
He's like a big time babyface. He's like, well, I could put my morals aside for
Mhm.
now.
Asterson.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I got two for the first one, which is Cameron Grimes. He was a lot better in NXT than he was in TNA. And obviously, Mike Sanders. And for ones that I was excited about that kind of
Wait, so you weren't excited for Mike Sanders, but then you got hyped for him?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Hit Row. Like,
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
the matches weren't great. They kind of tailed off. Like, it just didn't hit like they were supposed to.
Wrestler I was excited about, but ended up not liking, Alberto Del Rio. 2011 was not long after I started watching again. They bring in Alberto Del Rio, do some good vignettes. I'm like, oh, this dude seems pretty
The
cool.
car,
All right.
everything. He hit Mick Foley. Remember that?
Yeah, I mean, it was seeming, it was,
That was amazing.
he hit Santa.
I can't remember my kid's birthday. I was literally, is it the 18th or the 19th? And I was like, do you remember that one time Alberto Del Rio hit Mick Foley when he's dressed like Santa Claus? Yep. He's got a problem.
But I was hyped on Del Rio at first, and then it became horrible. So, people I was not excited about and then ended up liking. Two from NXT, Baron Corbin and Elias. At first, I was not a fan of either of them, but they won me over time. And
hate to say told you so, but
a couple more. I can't remember for sure how I reacted to them when I first saw them because I was a kid. But my guess would be I was not hyped on Rocky Maivia and I was not hyped on the Ringmaster. But over time, I was a big fan of The Rock and Stone Cold.
I mean, I think you're such a mark. You didn't remember anything until like 1999, and you're just such a phone and baloney. You are such a phone
Are
and
you
baloney.
fucking kidding me?
You're such a phone and baloney, dude. You are. Okay, go ahead. BJ Jr.
I win.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, you know. I can't
I don't-
read.
I don't really know what that meant.
I can't read.
Oh, okay, I'll do it then. This is from Chad Gable, Bruce Pritchard. Subject, unexpected runs. That's what you get when you go to you get expected runs when you go to like Taco Bell.
I was gonna say it's like 100, no, unexpected run. Yeah, it's like drinking the water in Mexico. Those are expected
no, you expect
runs.
that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're expected runs.
G'day, boys. Short and sweet. R-Truth and Christian are examples of wrestlers who have had an unexpected, entertaining run later in their career. Not for me. I knew fucking Christian from day one.
Okay,
And
he's
R-Truth.
out, dude. He's
Yeah.
out.
Okay, quick, baby.
No, but I mean, he's talking about just a resurgence.
No, I know. What are some other examples you can think of where wrestlers have had a surprise run late in their careers that is memorable? A bad example would be Kurt Angle's last run in WWE.
Very
Poor
fair.
Kurt.
Very fair.
I have 5.
Love you boys as always and happy belated birthday, BG.
Thank you.
I'll go with my 3 first. Sting. We're just watching it
I have
happen right
Sting.
now. RVD. I thought his run in TNA was fucking awesome. And Mickey James.
Okay. You want to go?
Sure. I have 5. Goldust since 2013.
Okay.
PCO since like what?
Yep.
2018, Donnie.
I have PCO.
Yep.
That one
PC
was like
Mike.
the most out of nowhere ever.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mike.
insane.
Mike. He was talking to me. He said my name.
But yeah, but
You're not. You're not involved. Thanks.
Mhm.
You don't
I
watch
am.
it. You don't watch. You don't enjoy it. So
I
sorry.
know about it. Did I not put it on my list?
I don't. I don't. You probably not. You probably heard his list and then
staring
fucking put it on. Yeah, because you just wrote it because he said it. You're like, oh, that's a good one. I wrote that too.
Randy Orton since 2016. Brock Lesnar since 2012. And Shawn Michaels when he returned in 2002. Because it's not the most unexpected, but coming back after 4 years from a serious back injury, and he was instantly one of the best in the world, I think that says something.
Yeah, it says he was milking it for 2 years.
He's the GOAT. I had Sting, and I did in fact have PCO. I also have Bob Backlund. He was fucking like out of wrestling for years, and then came back and won the WWF Championship in '94. And then I have Mae Young and the Fabulous Moolah during the Attitude Era.
Mm.
They were
Yeah,
like
Sergeant
fucking 80
Slaughter.
years old.
Yeah, I mean, you can say the same thing about like Briscoe and Slaughter and Patterson too.
Yeah, I mean Slaughter didn't. He wrestled a little bit in that role, but
Yeah, he did. I remember. I mean, but he was also a big character. So
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good email. Look at this.
Great
was that
emails.
3 good emails?
Pretty
Hell
good.
yeah.
That's
It's
weird.
WrestleMania season, baby.
It's weird. Yeah,
They're
people on the
locked in.
game. Yeah, show the fuck up. All right, guys. Listen, thank you for supporting the show. Patreon.com/ringrusradio always. And you know what, guys? See you back here next week.